Semi. Hey, yo, everybody. It is the Use Guys podcast. We are live on Twitch, twitch.tv/giftedalt. I am Sean Meggers. This to my left is Jonathan Bruce.
I like how I'm just at this.
This, until I give you a name, you are this. To my left is Jonathan Bruce.
That guy.
And that, to my right, is Reed Ramsey.
We did model you out.
Yeah,
there,
we did model you, so that's going to be your response for the Reed Ramsey. So what's going on with y'all, though? What's new, man? What's new? I heard you got hit by a semi.
I did get hit by a semi. Let me go into that.
That's what I was getting at. That's what the...
So I'm going to work, commuting. I have to commute basically like... It's not that long, but it's a 61
So
mile
you started
trip
that job
to
already?
Livermore. Yeah, I started
Oh,
last
okay.
week,
That's the time.
teaching. And I have the 8 a.m. class is what I commute to. And so I have to get up hella early. I get up at 5 a.m.
You got to teach tomorrow.
I'm like out the door. No, I have to...
Tuesday.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, okay.
I have to be at the door hella early and get there early. And I was going on, the 4, in Stockton when you go in front of the record in the police station.
No, I don't. I
OG
don't drive around here that much.
Okay, but there's a road that basically it's a connection to the I-5 South and I-5 North, right? And I get on the I-5 South to go to Livermore there to get on, the Altamont Pass. And I was in the middle lane. I was just cruising. And all of a sudden, this is pitch dark outside. It's about 5:30, 5:40 in the morning or so. Hella packed. Hella traffic on the 99 going south to Stockton and then to this section of Stockton. And I'm just chilling, and I'm kind of zoned out, listening to a talk radio because there's nothing on or whatever. And all of a sudden, I feel like my tail end get like a grinding sensation against my car. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I look back, semi headlights. I'm just like, holy fucking shit!
Hitting your car?
Yeah, scrape here. I have. I'll show you a picture of it.
So wait, they're scraping your car. The headlights are, not the side of it.
No, the wheel. You see the wheel,
but the front wheel.
Yeah, okay, so it got me on the back left,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it was his right side of his car, right side of the truck.
But the front, right. He
Yeah,
should have
front right.
seen it is what I'm getting at. It's like,
Yeah,
I
but
thought
it was like he was trying to merge, but he was too close, and he just went into me.
the fuck?
Here, I'll show you the picture. I have it on Twitter.
I guarantee you he was just fucking sleepy.
Yeah, because I thought that he hit you from the side and then didn't even know he hit you.
I was telling Reed, the reason I never trust semi-truck drivers, especially at that time of morning or night.
Oh, they've been driving for hours.
Well, they've been driving for hours. And also I was watching that Alaskan dangerous driving truck show, that show?
Yeah.
And one of the dudes, I was telling Reed to stay awake, he was talking about how he lifts this just fucking weights. And he's exercising to keep himself
That's the
awake.
dumbest thing I've ever
No,
heard.
it's actually pretty smart, but
No.
not everyone's doing a smart technique like that. There's a lot of truck drivers out
So
there
I have
that
it
are
up
just
for
fucking
chat right
sleepy
here. It
as
doesn't look.
shit.
I was
Of
very
course they are.
fortunate. I was very fortunate. So you see where the tire was. So all that brown and shit is basically where the tire was grinding against my car, and where you see the scratches is where the inside rim was grinding on the side of my car.
Oh my god!
And
dude.
it was just soft enough to kiss it, right? It just soft enough to kind of nudge me.
because it could have
and to kinda
fucking
scuff
took your bumper
it.
off.
It could have took my bumper off, or it could have fishtailed me around, and I could have been
Yeah, the
fucking
fishtail
spinning.
would have been.
And then what are
'cause
we gonna
the
do?
fishtail would have actually
You
put
could've
the
popped my
front of your
tire.
ar in front of the
You
semi
need to be
truck.
careful.
Because
Yeah.
you would have been fishtail to the left, so you would have
Exactly.
hit the
And I was in the
semi-truck.
center lane too, and there was
Yeah.
cars all around us. So, and it was pitch dark.
Yeah.
It would have been a bad
Oh,
situation.
maximize the comments on the left there.
That's crazy, dude. That is crazy, man. So, anyways, I wanted to ask you though, were you nervous or what when you go to teach or what? Because you were just in these classes last week.
Right.
So, what's it like?
So the sensation's weird. It's kind of interesting, because you got the syllabus, you got everything, but it's all up to you.
They gave you
know.
a syllabus?
No, you have to make it yourself. I had to make it from the ground up, based on whatever textbook I wanted, But
What is it you're teaching? I'm sorry.
public speaking.
Public speaking? Okay.
So just
tight.
basic public speaking, just the general ed course, like Jonathan and I taught at Pacific, but it's a little bit different. So when we taught, we were just assistants. So we had someone who took the grades and put them in the system and did that.
What the fuck? No.
You were not the instructor of record.
No,
you were not
I
the
know, but
instructor
I had
of
to
record.
input the grades. He doesn't
Yeah.
input shit. You just send him the grades.
No,
you know what I mean?
So all my experience and all your experience doesn't count.
But
if
did you
wanna
guys
apply
get
to a
paid
school.
for that?
Oh, well,
I was
We
going to
were-
ask you that actually.
we
if it
didn't
does
get.
acca-
We
if
got
it
paid
does
to be
apply.
debate coaches, and none of the debate coaching responsibilities are contingent upon teaching. We just taught the talk. His situation was a bit
You didn't
different.
walk the walk.
But when we were debate coaches, we were paid to be the debate coaches.
well, no. See, that's where I'm different because my last semester I was a TA.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
I
His changed a little bit, but
slept
when,
with the
in
debate
beginning,
student.
yeah.
You're going to drop that bombshell.
I told you I didn't care.
You hear that, everybody? Clip that.
Hey, so that's why they made me a teacher of kids.
The guy raped kids, raped a student.
Oh, he's gonna drop that one.
Yeah, you had to drop that one though. You had to put that one out there.
It was a student. You took advantage of a student using your power as a man.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of power.
Yeah.
A lot. Immense.
So,
I
you know.
was actually cloaked in
Harvey
gowns and power.
Weinstein over here.
I know. That's what they tell me. You know, I'm like, hey, I'll
You
take
said,
it.
Hey, I'll fucking jerk off in a bush, and I ain't talking about this plan over here neither.
Oh my
Hey.
god. But back to the original question.
Oh,
it's
Yeah,
it
were you
is very
nervous?
it's very nerve wracking, dude. Like, I mean, I got there on my first day.
Because you're talking about public speaking, and you're having to.
public speech.
Yeah, you're having to.
and have to
do
go
it.
through all of it at the same time.
Right.
But it is nerve wracking. You know, I got there super early my first day just to
I would've
get
too,
over my
yeah.
anxiety.
Yeah.
I got there and got my parking ticket at 6:15 a.m.
What time's your
my
class?
first day at 8.
That's good.
So I got there
That's not even
hella
that
early.
early. That's only an hour and 10 minutes.
No, that's pretty early. 'cause
That's
you,
a
you
couple
already
hours.
know what you're gonna do.
Do
that
you not
day.
get the
Yeah.
classroom?
Yeah, no, I do. I got to go set up in the classroom for like,
That was
a long
disgusting.
time before so I could get everything organized. But I still can't fucking access the computer for some reason. I don't know how to log into it.
Oh,
but,
they're teaching software.
yeah, like to the projector and all that stuff.
That's cool, though.
but
That's cool.
It's cool. The first day I just really winged it, but the second day was a little bit more regimented. But at the same time, even if you schedule it out, it just organically happens, you know? You just like go through it at a certain pace.
It's like the podcast.
Yeah, you know, you just sort of, I don't know. The way I describe it is like, you know, on the opposite side, it's like the class takes forever. It's an hour and 15 minutes. But on the other side, when you're teaching, it goes over in like 2 seconds. It's so quick when you're actually in there. Like,
Right,
doing
of course.
doing
That's
the
what I
lecture,
always figured, too.
Just for an hour and 15 minute class.
My
God,
sister.
dude.
3
when
units.
When I taught the 8 a.m.,
I didn't know you
and I would have kids do speeches. Fuck. It was so hard to stay awake
Oh,
because you're
yeah.
just listening to really bad speeches, like really terrible speeches. Sometimes you
Yeah.
have like one or two good ones out of like each different speech you give the class. You'd be like, oh, dope. And it'll keep you awake. And
Did
like,
you sit in the back or what?
yeah, you sit in the back. And
Like
so,
among the students.
but like you
basically.
have to look activated because the other students who are also listening to the speech will look at you like, oh, what is he thinking about that? What is he thinking about that? And so you have to keep your face looking active, but you're just so not. You want to go to bed. Like,
And you basically get this vocabulary bank to where like you say the same adjectives to
do.
every kid, but in a different way. So you
The
may just say
feedback is
good
always the
1,000 different times.
Yeah.
So every time, what I would do in the public speaking class, I would say compliment, criticism, compliment.
Dude.
You sandwich it. And
sometimes,
you just
it's always
and
a
you
sandwich.
try to sound nice.
Sometimes I would like the class would clap. And I'll be like, oh my God. A speech
it's-
not only does speech just happen, but a speech is now done.
Yeah.
So then I would have to go to these like really generic things and I would just go like, all right. I'd be like, all right, this time I want 3 students to give feedback and then I'll give my feedback. So then like 3 students would do feedback and then I'll be making the speech in my head the entire time. So then I'll be
Oh
like,
my God.
hey,
that is
Marty,
funny, dude.
you did a really good job. I liked the story that you were really saying, Marty. It was good. It was.
Why is
had-
Marty always the name people go to?
Rick and
Morty.
Morty,
I
Marty.
don't think that's
I
why.
can't press
Yeah, it
it.
is. That's-
It's not a selfie stick. The selfie stick has something that you press. It's like a trigger at the bottom. God, I wish.
Is
it was
that how
selfie
they
stick.
do it? I've always
Yeah,
wondered
yeah,
that.
no,
They-
it's
there's
like-
a
it's like a
plug.
trigger.
There's a
Yeah.
plug, and then you trigger it, dude. That's why
This
I need
is,
a selfie stick, bro. Sorry for interrupting, but
Yeah.
I can't do
Well,
this.
it's
There's
fine.
No timer
I was
for
just getting
Insta.
at the fact that like I was a terrible public speaking instructor.
I was just wondering. Okay.
You feel like you're terrible. Why?
Well, because all right. So, for example, the way I would grade essays was I didn't. So, but I had to contractually. So, when I would get an essay, I would basically just look for one sentence, and if you didn't have this sentence,
Then
you
you
got
would
an
mark.
A.
Oh, you.
And
Just
as
one?
long as the sentence, if I didn't see a sentence that looked like, because I'm just scanning these, right? If a sentence didn't say, yeah, and you're probably not even reading this, that's all I looked for. It's just a student calling me out for not reading.
Oh, you told me this.
Yeah, I would just scan it, and if you didn't say that, if you weren't calling me out, you got an A or B plus. Because
That's scummy, dude.
no,
Yes.
I'm the professor that gives you the A.
Hey,
Oh my God.
How many
This is
A's did you
why-
hand out? How
this
many
is
A's
why
did you hand out? A
Paying
lot.
for school is
What?
such a waste of
Oh
time.
no,
How
it
many
totally
A's?
is. Totally is. It's a joke.
And-
Well,
How
unless
many
you're doing
A's,
like,
Jonathan?
how many A's?
Yeah.
Hella A's, dude. I remember taking
Yeah.
like a video capture of all the 100%
Like,
in my
Look how
class.
good of a professor that I
Like,
am.
That's how
Like,
you fucked all the students, right?
Just like hella A's.
I am
yeah,
the most
well,
inspirational.
It was a quid pro quo. You know what I mean?
I don't know
I
what
don't
that
think
means.
you should ever
'cause I
use
didn't
that
go to school.
It
phrase
wasn't.
in
I didn't go to
I'm
school.
not
Okay.
saying that I didn't get anything back. Okay.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, I didn't get anything back.
Oh.
But yeah, I know. But being a public I like public speaking. Public speaking is fun as shit. But
But you
at
know,
the same time, teaching it's a little bit different. Don't really care for it.
Yeah.
Really?
What do you mean though?
you don't like teaching. I like to
Well,
like.
I like teaching, but I rather be a high school teacher because when I hear about
Really?
Megan, when I hear about my sister Kat or like Jeff Tony talking about teaching college students, it's a lot less like when Christian explains his relationship to his students in high school, he's always hella more like
what are you
laughing about?
Laughing at?
you know what I'm laughing about?
What?
I'm not gonna get into it.
Oh, when Christian is explaining his students, right, and his relationship to them,
Sean,
he's like, he's
God damn it.
he's there's a lot more feelings there. He's a lot more connected to his students, right? Whereas college students, you know,
okay.
there's so many you have,
That's
right?
fair. I do have a lot.
And they're in and out each semester.
Yeah.
And so it's less about building relationships and seeing that trajectory of like the kids actually
he
learning.
sees them motherfuckers the whole year.
Yeah,
That
yeah, and he
sucks.
sees them every day.
Yeah, my sister is a high school teacher, and yeah, she doesn't necessarily. You said you'd rather be a high school teacher. Though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she seems like she loves her job. I'll give her that. I guess she's always talking about her students, but I guess I'm just thinking about the school she teaches at is hella ghetto, so there's always fights and shit.
Oh, really?
So good segue.
So I mean
Yeah.
that's a good week though. It's a good week. You became a professor. You almost got ran over by a semi truck. My week was kind of
Yeah.
my week was I watched my nephew Easton for a little bit. That was weird. I guess we went to a baseball game. God, I do not like baseball games. I know I
What
said it the
baseball?
last
What
time.
baseball?
The
Just
River
like-
Cats. The River Cats.
Oh well, that's why.
Who are the River Cats?
You took them
It's-
Is it
yourself.
a minor league team?
Yeah, it's a Giants' own minor league team.
now
And
it's
Are they
a
like
now
the
it's
are
Giants.
the
It used to be
same
Oakland A's.
ports? Is
They
the
used to be
ports?
the Oakland A's minor league team. They're a minor league team. They used to be the Oakland A's, so they had the Oakland A's minor league players on that team, and that's when
Oh,
they were
okay.
good, mind you. The
Yeah.
San Francisco Giants have been famous for horrible minor leagues, and then the stupid bitch owner of the River Cats
Oh,
sold it. These women are
Okay.
always fucking up my favorite sports teams. Sold it off
Yeah.
to the Giants because there's a bunch of bandwagon fans in Frisco that aren't there anymore. So
Well, Jeannie Buss, you're doing a great job with the Lakers.
how many people were there? How many people were there? Like
It was
10?
no, it was sold out.
No, he's
Complete,
lying.
no, it was completely sold out.
So,
That's crazy.
like
Yeah.
I said, no one goes to the games.
It was actually completely sold out last night.
No, but they do suck. They suck.
No, they was terrible. I think
Yeah.
they were playing Las Vegas and they
But
got beat like
when they were the
6-0.
A's, the A's minor league team is really good.
Yeah.
And that's what we're good at. The A's are good at fucking building up a good players and then being like, oh, wait, you know what? You're ready for the big leagues, even when you're already in the big
let's
leagues.
pass them along to someone
Yeah.
else.
You're already in the big leagues on the A's, and we're like, oh, wait, you're ready for a real team.
Right.
But hey, we're doing good right
It's
now.
just like
Shout
a,
out
a
to the
jumping
A's.
pad,
Um,
launching off point.
But yeah, when
It
I was
really
when
is.
I was at this baseball game, they they do that thing where like all the kids get up and they do that dance where the hands go on both sides of your hips. you know,
Fucking
swing.
hate it. They
That's
call it
from
the
Fortnite.
floss.
I swear to freaking God, like when I was looking
It's
at
not
these
from
kids do,
Fortnite, but-
when I was looking at these
Well,
kids do it,
That's how it's
Um,
gotten popularized.
No, I'll show you how it got popularized. It's from the little white kid who was
yeah,
in
but
like-
who did the little white kid get it from? I know the one on the boat.
Dude, he's been doing
The
it for
one on
like
the boat?
4 years. When did this stupid ass game
No,
become
yeah.
popular? Like 2
I
weeks
think.
ago.
Well, I think what he's saying is that Fortnite kind of gave it back its.
Maybe
little
brought it
birth
back,
and
but just
culture,
white
Because
kid.
people who see
Nah,
it,
I ain't letting-
I don't know.
no, I ain't
I've seen
letting y'all.
there's a phenomenon out there that all these young people, like a lot of white people, a lot
Yeah.
of all people, doing these Fortnite dances.
But
in social
think
media
that
videos.
the reason why Fortnite did it is because all these kids were doing the dances.
No,
okay?
they were doing it
God,
after
you
Fortnite,
guys
not
are having
before.
such a stupid
Not
chicken
before.
and egg dilemma.
Okay, go ahead. What are you gonna? What were you talking about?
No, it was by the way, kiddo. Fortnite.
What were you talking about?
I was just looking at these kids and I was like, I swear to God, I think every single one of them is doing this right now because they want it on the prompter, because they want to put it on their fucking
And they
Instagram.
think they're tight. No, not even that. But even when you were a kid, like you did stupid shit and you thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Me and my friend in a minor league game got picked to do the giant boxing glove fight. You know, they do stupid shit like that at minor league games.
Yeah.
And in between innings.
Did you do it?
Yeah, we did it. And we were like super into wrestling. So we planned ours out like we were geniuses, we thought.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like he was going to beat me up, or I was going to be beating his ass, and then he was going to come back and knock me out when I was celebrating type.
Right. Yeah.
WWF style.
Right. Yeah. Where it's all orchestrated.
And we did do that, and we thought we were fucking tight. But like, I think of that memory, like, I bet you people look like these fucking idiots, these fucking assholes over here. Let me finish my hot dog and beer. Right.
That's probably true. I mean, I could be that
Yeah.
person right now.
No, that is what you are. But that's my point. I'm not saying that's wrong being that. I think we're grown, and that's should be our response. And I guess it's okay for the kids to think that it's fun because whatever, they're doing what they're doing while they're doing it. Huh?
I mean,
That
I guess
is
they are
true.
doing it
That
while
is
they are
true.
doing it. That is true. I did think about that.
They're doing what they're doing while they're doing it. So you know, you gotta give them
I need to talk to you more about these things.
call me up anytime.
Hey,
Anyway.
my boss fucking fired me, dude. He framed me. Hey, if you're doing it while you're doing it, then he's not doing it.
Wait, I thought you really got
Wait,
fired.
did you really?
That is a joke.
Dude,
like-
he got me,
that
dude.
accent wasn't. That accent was really that believable.
It was.
Okay. I
In the
guess it was.
beginning, I thought you were telling a story.
Oh no, I wasn't. It's just a little joke, guys. Anyways, so something I do want to talk about though. This last week, I was talking to my brother, who went to Comic-Con, and he had a few pretty good conversations. He had a conversation with he realized that when they were at some exhibit waiting for a couple of speakers, he was sitting next to, I can't remember his name, the main writer for the 1990 Spider-Man show.
Okay.
Which is, you remember the 1990s cartoon Spider-Man?
Yeah.
It's
That's
considered
what
one of the best.
and that's what I like to compare the movie to.
Yeah, most people do. And so, so Christian was like, just totally nerding out. He's like, "Oh my god, that's you!" Like,
Oh, they were just sitting. He wasn't
yeah,
like
they were
at
just
a
sitting
panel.
next. They were sitting next to each other.
Okay, cool.
And he's retired. So this dude
He's retarded.
retired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this dude, he was
Wait,
like,
is he okay?
yeah, no, he's okay, guys. He's actually in retirement, and that's what he was talking about. It's like he has the best retirement because all of the young staff writers under him when he was making the 1990 Spider-Man show, they're all head writers for different Spider-Man like comic books or cartoons right now. And so he said, like, I'm in retirement, but anytime I want to just write an episode or write a comic, I just call them up and, you know, I'm their old boss and they're always like, oh my God,
wow,
please
really?
come in. So he's like, anytime I feel inspired to do a Spider-Man thing, I could always do it. And so that's what his retirement. Anyways, so then Christian asked them and he was like, so what do you think about MCU's Spider-Man Homecoming? And he was like, it was perfect.
Yeah,
He was
it
like,
was.
it was exactly what
It was very
the
good.
spirit of Spider-Man.
God, I'm
yeah,
so
it
glad.
captured it super well.
It
Yeah,
really
and then
did.
he asked him, he was like, what did you think about Spider-Man 3? You know, the terrible one with Sandman, the
Yeah.
Venom. And he was like, I didn't see it. Because he said that I knew Sam Raimi was being coerced like I was when I
Hey,
was making
Sturk.
the cartoon in the 1990s. He said that every major studio always wants Venom because they think Venom sells
Yep.
tickets.
Yep.
So he said when he was making the 1990s Spider-Man cartoon that
It
it was
had to
just
have Venom?
he was coerced all the time. He was like, I'm not writing Venom. Venom sucks as a character. Like no writers of Spider-Man actually like writing the
I'm
character.
gonna be
Venom.
honest with you guys. He kind of does.
No, he is.
That's
I mean,
why
like,
I'm not
what's
that
cool?
psyched
What's cool
about the
about him?
movie.
What's cool about him?
It's that he's black,
what I'm
slithering,
saying.
and menacing. That's
He just looks.
that's
He
cool.
looks cool.
He looks cool.
Yeah,
He looks cool. That's it.
That's all it is.
but he's not like he's not a
There's no
complex
depth.
character.
You don't know anything about him.
He's the exact opposite of Joker.
He's an alien, right? He comes
You know?
from a different planet, right? That
Yeah.
he was just brought here.
yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do
Yeah.
that in the new movie, but yeah.
Well, no,
just
it's
gonna-
it's a crash site meteor.
Do y'all
type of
remember
shit.
when that
That's
Ryan
right.
Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal movie?
the which one?
Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, when they go to space, and there was some speculation that there's connection to Venom, because so they find like an alien in space.
Oh, that movie.
and it kills Ryan Reynolds, and it fucking
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but I heard
yeah.
people say because Jake Gyllenhaal crashes to Earth with it,
Yeah.
and they say that that's in the Venom universe, but
no,
that was a long time
it's
ago.
not at all. That's a stupid theory.
Yeah.
It shows it in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
The trailer has like this meteor doing in the Indian dude.
And
who
that's
owns
what
the
happened in
corporation
Tom
and
Hardy
that's them.
gets-
That's what happened in Spider-Man.
And
too.
also, that's a
Eats
different
dick.
color.
The
That thing
Spider-Man
is,
3 is
that
what I mean.
that thing
Oh,
in that
okay.
movie is a fucking squid. It's not a symbiote.
Yeah,
Whoever
so
had that
You're talking
theory,
about
like-
Spider-Man 3.
No, I'm talking about
Symbiote. When he-
the extraterrestrial
Oh,
thing
yeah,
in that
yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah.
movie. It's a fucking squid looking.
I don't even
thing.
know what movie you're talking about.
It's
so.
not a symbiote.
But anyways,
All right. So he said that like when I was making that cartoon in the 1990s, the producer was always like, the kids want to see Venom. The kids want to see Venom. So every episode you see me doing Venom, literally I was forced to. And he said I knew Sam
So it wasn't that
Raimi
good?
was being forced to also. And that's because Sam Raimi hated Venom also, but
your
Sony was
your
like, you
brother's
have to
having
do it.
this conversation with him personally.
Yeah.
Okay, Sweet.
So we talked about that, and then the crazier thing is that when so you have the booths part of Comic-Con, then you have the exhibits where
Yeah.
you just go to different stands where they have like
That's my
yeah,
favorite
whatever,
part.
artists.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite part.
Fuck
Fuck the stands. I like the art.
Which, by the way, that's where you
The
make money.
art.
Christian's hella smart about this.
art.
He
Of
always
course.
makes his money back at Comic-Con from going to Comic-Con.
What does he do?
You buy shit.
You buy shit that's only exclusively sold at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
can
and you
sell it
sell it.
easily. So he always buys back everything it cost him to go to Comic-Con.
But also,
That's a smart idea.
It is.
and
yeah.
it's not doesn't cost that much to go to But you're talking about traveling to San Diego and all that.
the hotel, the travel, everything like that.
but-
But
Yeah.
he makes money.
Just
He
to
does,
see,
yeah.
because people who are big fans, they put the fucking effort into making like weapons
Yep.
from games
Oh,
or,
right.
or
Just
comics.
Cosplay.
There's so much shit that's just really cool
Yeah.
I see
about
some
Comic Con.
cool fucking shit.
That
Yeah.
like I went to one panel and it was what's his name? I can't think of his name. but-
Dinklage.
Nah,
Peter Dinklage.
Yondu.
Yeah.
Oh,
that guy.
whoa. Yeah, he's in Walking Dead too.
And it was tight, bro. He walked right by all of us and shit. Well, he walked
Oh,
right by.
that's
Like,
cool.
I was just sitting on the aisle and he walked up and down the aisle.
That's
But
cool.
and
That's
he-
like when
he
I
was
ran
funny,
into
man.
when I ran into Robin Williams.
What?
That's hella random.
Because Christian's half sister, Christian's my half brother, so his half sister is actually on the wrong half. in
Anyways,
two
we don't
ways
need to know your
anyways.
family history.
She was
because-
one of the head writers for the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson,
That's right. Yeah.
and so she got us into the green room once when that dude from It's All My Big Fat Greek Wedding, what's his name?
I don't know. Joey Fatone.
John Corbet, I think.
Oh.
He was in there. He was pretty dope. Like he
What's
tried
up,
talking to us,
Charles?
but
What's
like
up,
before
Kirk?
we went into the green room, they're like, "Don't talk to the celebrities." So then like John Corbet came up to us and he's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And like I looked back at, so it just made me hella awkward. I was like, "Okay," like I was like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" But then I looked at them. I was like, "Can I not say any more to it?" Like I was like, "Fuck, dude, that made me a stupid ass robot."
No,
Anyways,
I think
on
what
the
they
way-
meant is like they don't
I
want you
know.
asking for
Yeah,
pictures.
I
and
know.
shit.
Like after I was just starstruck. I was a little bitch. Anyways, so on our way to the green room though, it's because they do multiple episodes in one night, right?
Do they
So
really?
yeah, they do because they just record like a bunch, and just put that over 4 weeks.
That's just this show
basically.
though. Like
No, that's standard. They act like it's live and they create a semblance of it's live, but it's definitely not live. It's all recorded.
you're telling me Jimmy Fallon.
Well, all right. So
he
like,
records his daily.
yeah, he may because
Nah, he does, 'cause he talks about shit that went on in the same day.
some of them
That's
will,
right.
but it's
Okay.
pre-recorded, and I guess Craig Ferguson just does a couple in one night. Anyways, so Robin Williams was coming off the stage, and I didn't know it was him though, and I'm on the way to the green room, and a bunch of people are complimenting the small ass dude. And I'm like, and I'm just trying to get down the hallway. Then he bumps into me. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then I was just like, "Oh my god, that's Robin Williams." And then Christian's like,
Wow.
"Damn!" And I was like, I just bumped into Robin Williams. I feel like he's gonna commit suicide soon."
Oh my
What
god.
the-
Yeah, I had it right there.
Oh my
I had it right there.
God,
I knew it. I
dude.
knew it from the
You-
way he bumped into me. I knew it was true.
You
And
just,
I told people that for 3 years, and no one believed me. And it happened. I was like, "Well,
you
look who was right."
Just crossed the line, dude.
it's
Yeah,
true.
you
It's true
walked the
story. True
line, then
story.
you
True story.
crossed
True
it.
story. It's not crossing the line if the line is the truth.
Okay? Look at the itinerary.
Oh, okay. But this is the crazy shit. Then at the exhibits, which I was trying to get to, he ran into the writer for Infinity Gauntlet.
What?
Yeah, the original
shit.
the comic book series Infinity Gauntlet that Infinity War is based off of. So then, like Christian had the
What?
same type of question. He was like, "Hey,
Yes.
what do you think about Infinity War?"
Infinity War. He said.
He
hated
said,
it.
"You know, it's funny that you asked me that because I was just reading an article. And this is the writer of Infinity Gauntlet talking, and the article was about Oh, sorry, because Christian asked him. He was like, in the original comics that you wrote, Thanos like snaps half of existence out because he's in love with death. And he was just like, but they changed that motivation so to just like he wants to balance out the universe. He was like, what did you think about them changing that motivation? He was like, it's funny that you asked me that because I was actually just reading an article because he also wrote for Silver Surfer. And he was like,
Because Silver Surfer was in the comic. The Infinity Gauntlet is one of the the main thing that stops.
Yeah, he like has that conversation with Doctor Strange and everything.
right.
And the writer said this article reminded me that in Silver Surfer number 34, I actually wrote Thanos saying to Silver Surfer, the reason I'm doing this is actually to balance out the universe. There's too much. And he's like, I wrote that. And that's what the writers and the Russo brothers took from, because they actually read a lot of comics the 2 weeks before they start the writing process.
Good.
Okay.
So when they saw that in Silver Surfer number 34, they're like, that's a more believable like reason for him doing that. So we'll take that.
Well, it's and it was iconic. They did that because they make him a character that is lovable.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But what's funny about it is he said he totally forgot he wrote that. And so he was like, when I read the article, I was like, oh, I guess it was my motivation.
What was his answer though? What the fuck did he think about?
Oh, he liked it. He said if you would have told me in the 80s that there was going to be a live action Thanos movie, he said I would have thought that would have been ridiculous because he's way too existential and just way too out there.
Time,
and he said the fact that it's able to be done now is a marvel in and of itself.
No pun intended.
Oh, Jinx, you owe me something.
You owe me a Coke, and I guess I win that Jinx.
You had to do it. No.
What?
You had to do real
Jinx, you owe me a fucking In-N-Out, bitch.
This
guy,
That's not a
In-N-Out.
Vegetarian over here, fucking orders In-N-Out. What a piece of shit. First of all, why don't you go some balls and eat some meat for crying out loud, mate?
He doesn't want to hurt the fucking chickens.
Oh yeah, I don't want to. The chickens, they have this sort of this way about them that make them so big. Did you see this? Seriously though, they had an article that came out that the chickens from McDonald's most of them have heart disease and either like had heart attacks or died.
Oh, dude, of course.
Because they grow so fast that their organs can't keep up with them, so they're like really disoriented, and their fucking like breasts on the chicken is like so big that they can't walk.
They can't even walk because their tits are so big.
They're just bow.
Just like, a bunch of like Snooki chickens.
Yeah, you just bow, cut it off, boom.
Eat my tits.
Okay, that was a short segment.
So what anyways, I wanted to talk about video games. New video games?
You want to talk about
news for new video games? Like, cuz we got a bunch of video games coming out in the fall.
Oh yeah, we do.
Is the fall like the hot time for video games? It is.
It's shaping up to be sometimes it's random. I mean, because you saw, like World of Warcraft came out, the expansion came out last month.
Yeah.
Or earlier this month.
Console games.
Yeah, and a few console games. But yeah, this fall is shaping up to be very heavy.
We got Assassin's Creed, we got Battlefield 5, we got
Red Dead
Redemption 2. What were you talking about?
In January, Resident Evil 2
I was
remake.
talking about Battlefield 5.
Oh yeah, Battlefield. The Resident Evil remake, Resident Evil 2.
Oh my god, dude, it looks so badass.
So many games coming out,
That's
dude.
January, but oh my god, yeah. And actually no, that's not until next
Red
year. Last
Dead,
of Us
yes.
2, Part 2. Yeah, Red Dead is going to be ill. It's going to be sick. I'm so excited about it. Which one do you want to talk about first? I mean, we talked about Red Dead a little bit a couple weeks ago, but I guess you wanted to talk about Battlefield 5. The one thing I'll say about Battlefield 5 is NVIDIA is releasing a new video card that's coming out around the same time that Battlefield 5 is.
Ray tracing.
And yeah, ray tracing. There's this new sort of way that they render the shadows and a bunch of other stuff so that
it looks
going to be much more
amazing.
I'm with all honesty thinking about pre-ordering the graphics card just like because I want a new graphics upgrade for a graphics card, but also like it seems hella dope.
So for ray tracing, it basically enhances reflections. So you know how like in common video games you see a reflection and it's like a puddle reflects a vague blue because it's the sky. In this one, it'll be the exact reflection of like a tree that's around you, a cloud in the blue sky, the building, like the reflections on the gun.
And who is this?
The shadowing.
It's Red Dead.
Really?
Redemption.
Battlefield 5 too.
Oh no! Oh yeah, no, I meant Battlefield. Yeah.
And so when you so it also plays into it because now you can easily see people like in your panoramic, like past your peripherals. I mean, that you wouldn't be able to see because you can see hella reflections now, and the reflections are true to life.
I like that.
It's super impressive. It looks so freaking good. But the funny thing about Battlefield 5 is that right now, it released that first music video, that
The
first trailer, with like the
right.
plane crashing and everything, and there's
Yeah.
the woman with the prosthetic arm, or prosthetic hand or something, whatever. It's getting hella flack right now, like
Because of
hella
historical
flack.
accuracy.
Because there's a woman on the battlefield, and so people are just fucking like blowing
'Cause there
up
shouldn't
on
be.
this video game right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, exactly. So I went to that video, right, and here are the comments. Here are the top comments on it. World War II Political Correctness Edition. Oh, and this one's hella stupid. I showed the reveal trailer to my granddad, a man who fought in Germany. He said, "Is that a female?" I said, "Yes,
Oh, my
granddad."
God.
He said, "Is that a prosthetic arm?"
my.
And I said, "Yes, granddad." He took off his glasses and cried, "Is this what it's come to now?"
That's a lie. That's
yeah,
a lie.
it's hella lie. And then the next comment,
You-
my 7-year-old Black, Asian, Muslim, transgender, disabled daughter asked me why women like her were not part of World War II. I had no answer. Unacceptable, EA.
these are trolls.
The final
Yeah,
boss is the
basically.
patriarchy. That kind of was, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
but it's so stupid.
Okay, so,
it's like
so a developer at DICE, one of the developers for the game for Battlefield series, they tweeted and they said they don't give a shit about historical accuracy as much anymore because they're just saying like it's too much of a burden. They're just making a fucking game in this genre, and they felt like they wanted to have that sort of character on there, so they fucking put him in there. At this point,
Right.
Battlefield 1 though was a different instance of like they wanted to be more historically accurate, but as they go along, I think they want to be they're less sort of wanting to do that. Obviously,
it may change. I think they're just going to get in certain moods. You know what I mean? And I hope
Yeah.
it's a little bit of both because I like both for what they are. Like Battlefield 1, I was playing Battlefield 1 again this weekend, and
Yep.
it's an amazing fucking game.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like, oh my gosh.
It's a great game.
I totally forgot how good that game is.
I've been wanting to play it, but I
And
have
like
it
the
on
little
disc.
snippets of like facts that they have in between each map is really dope.
Mhm.
Like I love the historical accuracy, and I feel like that they felt like they really had to do that for Battlefield 1 because it was the first console game or first game to introduce World War 1.
World War One. Yeah,
So they kind
It
of
was a
had
big
to,
deal.
but it's
It was
like
a big
we've
deal.
had so many World War II games. I don't care at this point. It's
no,
just,
I know. Call of
I
Duty
don't
was
know
just World War
how
Two.
many fucking World War II games I've
I'm
played
still
at
gonna
this
buy
I
point.
don't think that was the
Battlefield
first
5,
World War One game.
No, exactly. That's why they were so
No,
historically
but-
accurate, which is what I'm saying. But I think with doing this next World War II game, you don't need to be. We got enough history at this point. History Channel does it for like 5 hours each day, anyways.
So
Like,
bring the women in.
bring the woman in, bring the children in. I want to see more children on
Bring
the
the
front line.
children in.
I want
Oh
to
my
see
God.
like baby bombs.
I don't know
All
about
right,
that.
dude.
No,
You know,
you guys
today-
and your lines, man.
You have been crossing the line today. You know what
The
did he say
line
first?
is a thin space to be
I was saying
crossing,
simple
and
things.
he
I've always been
crossed it.
saying simple things. You guys' simpleton little fucking minds can't handle it. That's okay. That's okay. How
I-
about you guys read some Dr. Seuss books
I
or
don't
something
think
like
that's
that?
the
You know what I
case.
mean? Fucking baby bombs was
Did
too
you
much.
See the Tomb Raider trailer with the RTA? Yeah.
Well, I heard-
RTX. You saw the Tomb Raider. It was the same
I
concept
haven't
in
seen
Tomb
it.
Raider. You
I
can see the
haven't seen it.
reflections.
Right.
So they
yeah.
did a showcase with a bunch of these games, like the Tomb of Shadows or some shit like that. And they did, I think, the new Hitman 2 game. Maybe.
Oh,
or
is that going to be
something.
tight?
Hitman,
Do you have to pay to play it like you
yeah,
did all
the
those other
Hitman
ones?
games are that's an interesting topic. I have all of them. I bought them.
I like
on my
them all
birthday.
too. Yeah.
But the new ones are like they have an initial launch with like a few. They're separated in episodes now.
Right.
You'll play
yes.
like a handful of episodes, and then they'll release like episode 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, that's what I
different
don't like.
locations. So now you have to buy separate episodes to play the game.
That's just
So they
weak.
created it into basically this huge microtransaction game to where it really costs like hundreds of dollars, but the initial
it's not
cost may
even-
be hella low.
It's not even any better. Like
It's not any better, but the graphics are better, and I kind of like some of what it's done, but
I
like,
like what you do on the game. I like.
at the same time, it's not the same as like Hitman 2. Like
What game
the
is this?
It's Hitman.
Oh.
It's actually Hitman 2, the new one too. They're calling it Hitman 2.
Yeah, right. The sequel to the new sort of
That's
generation.
that's
of
another
Hitman.
thing they've done with Hitman is come up with hella Hitmans and Hitman 2s over and over and over again. I feel like.
Yeah.
No,
possibly.
yeah, definitely.
Like, but what I really want to see is Splinter Cell again.
Dude, Ubisoft when they were at I can't remember which one it was. It wasn't Gamescom, but it was one of the other conventions. I think it was E3. They didn't fucking show it. Everyone thought that they were going to release this Splinter
So
Cell.
are they making
If
it?
anything, maybe a remastered one. No,
Dude, what
I
was
don't
your
think they're
favorite
gonna make
one? Chaos Theory's mine.
it. Chaos Theory.
Oh
Is that the
my.
latest one?
No.
Which one's the latest one? Is that Double Agent?
Yeah, I didn't like that one. No, there was one after Double Agent. I forget what it
What's,
was.
oh,
But remember, Chaos Theory, I think, was the one in Korea. But
yeah, it's Splinter Cell.
it was a good one where, like, the reason why I liked Splinter Cell, because it was the first game I played where, like, you could literally do what I always wanted to do.
It's super
And,
stealthy. Oh, I remember this
yeah.
one. Yeah, this one was really
I would
fun.
be super stealthy. I'd
This
hide
was the
all the
first one I
fucking
played.
shit.
This was the first one I played.
I'd hide everything, dude. Yeah, Chaos Theory, me too. It was so dope.
Latest. But yeah, that would be a super dope release. What else is coming out? Yeah, Red Dead 2 is going to be fun. They have Battle Royale. The graphics are going to be awesome. But what I was reading into also is I want to get it on PC, but it's going to release on console before. So I'm going to have to buy it on console, it looks like.
What?
Sucks. Red Dead 2.
Why?
Because there's no release date yet for the PC, so PC could release in
Oh,
like
I thought you were
2019.
saying the opposite of that. I thought you were
No,
saying you're going to
so
have to buy it on
in
PC.
order to,
but
in
you
order
want
to
to buy
play
it
it
on
first,
PC.
I want to. But in order to play it, like when it comes out, I'm gonna have to buy it on PS4. But I think I'm gonna get a PS4 by the end of the year at least. Oh, I haven't showed you, but I wanted to get the PS4 Pro Spider-Man edition. So there's a new Spider-Man
I've
game
seen
coming
it.
out,
I've seen it.
and the PS4 is red.
That
with the
game
Spider-Man
was
logo.
dope as
I know.
fuck,
Yeah.
by the
They've
way.
been
Yeah.
they've been talking it up for months.
I know they have actually. I've been seeing trailers on almost every social media
Trailers. It's been
platform.
in a. They had a.
YouTube. It's on like every fucking.
There's a
video.
cover story of Game Informer like 2 months ago.
On that note,
2 or
though,
3 months ago.
fucking
I
Mysterio
think it was the second curse.
being the villain in the next Spider-Man.
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's dope.
Nah.
That was one of my childhood favorites.
Also, Tidal Wave or whatever.
That's
But it's
interesting.
mainly you know who's playing Mysterio?
Jeff.
Fucking Jake Gyllenhaal.
Really, he could,
Jake Gyllenhaal is
he could be
Mysterio.
creepy.
What about Mysterion?
We said not to talk about Mysterio.
Every time I come on the show, you guys don't want to talk about him.
Not gonna talk about Mysterio.
Yeah,
this
whatever,
time. We
whatever,
need to
whatever.
Get over fucking Mysterio. God damn it.
What's next?
Mysterion. What's next? Trying to see if chat.
Talk about dead air, am I right?
Oh yeah, what's next? We can talk about more of the games, or we can talk about there. You remember that topic I
No.
sent? Hey, can you pull up that picture on your phone? You want to talk about who's going to win the Super Bowl?
What? No, I wanted to talk about the stupid motherfucker.
That's right.
We can talk about
We
that after
have
this.
a segment on the show, and it is called "Stupid Motherfucker of the Week." And the stupid motherfucker this week in particular is going to be introduced by no other than the great mediocre Sean Megas.
Hey, hey.
Hey, find it.
Urban Meyer.
Who?
Urban Meyer?
Urban Meyer.
Head coach of Ohio State Buckeyes.
Football?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've been going through Urban Meyer. He's like one of the best coaches of all time in college football. Okay. So you should know who he is. There was his assistant is in a fucking been in a, he hit his girl, a domestic dispute
Okay.
situation, right? That's come out that
One of his assistant coaches had a domestic.
right,
Okay.
and he got suspended, and then it's come out that he beat this girl, and it was like reported to the police.
Uh-huh.
The woman text Urban Meyer's wife. All this interesting shit about like the stuff that led on. That was like, damn, you've known about your assistant, Zach Greinke is his name, your assistant who's been beating his wife for all these years, and you're only supporting him because his grandfather, who is your mentor, right? So Zach Greinke's grandfather, I think his name is Bruce, actually,
It's a good name.
is
You do good things in the world.
is his mentor, Urban Meyer's mentor. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like he almost hired on this dude Zach as like a favor, and then like didn't ever fire him because of that. So, anyways, there's been it's football, so in college football, women, it's gonna be a big deal. Okay, women getting hit,
Okay.
and it's come out like, oh, that like they were like defending bruises that she got, she was attacking him
Yeah.
and he was defending
For
himself.
the latecomers, explain what you're talking about one more time.
It's
Someone just
good.
asked.
What latecomers? Oh, We're talking about Urban Meyer. Sorry,
Being
Urban
the
Meyer,
stupid motherfucker of the week.
Ohio State Buckeye head coach, is the stupid motherfucker of the week, and I'm explaining why. So, anyways, then they had to have a press conference because Urban Meyer got suspended because he was going to get punished because obviously he knew
Because he wasn't firing this dude.
Yeah, because he knew about this and just didn't do anything about it, right?
How did he know this? Was he just like beating up his wife in the fucking locker room?
No,
Like-
because it came to his attention through, I don't know, like, it just came to
Okay,
his,
someone just tipped him off or something.
yeah, and it was like, and he said, if it comes out that you hit this dude, or hit your wife, you're going to get fired, is what they said.
Okay, so they said if it gets public, you're
No,
fired.
that's what Urban Meyer told the dude.
Right, yeah.
But so then
Okay.
it's come out. Then Urban Meyer, anyways, they had a press conference. This is why he's a stupid motherfucker. Is at the press conference, he's reading his statement like this, like, and he's looking down the whole time, like he's a hostage and shit. Like, I'm sorry for this and that and da 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 da. And he's just like looking down, doesn't ever look up. Like, oh, I learned a lot, blah blah. Not one time
Read it verbatim.
did he ever say, "I'm sorry to," I don't know her name,
The wife.
the wife. And then at the end, a journalist says, do you have anything to say to her about this? Oh, well, I would just like to say I'm sorry to everybody that's involved. They gave him a fucking out.
Just
What?
like
And
the
he still
vague-
said,
the
I'm
vague
sorry
response.
to say. Yeah. So he's not going to get fired because he's like one of the best coaches and best recruiters of all time. All right. Ohio State was in the national championship, I think, last year. Or they were at least in the
Yeah.
playoffs. For
They were
sure.
deep. They were deep in.
They're in the top,
tournament.
In the
Yeah.
playoffs now is only 4 teams.
Ohio State's always amazing, but
Right.
damn, what a dumb.
So then he had to
ass
like
motherfucker.
retract. He had to
Someone
go,
who really doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he had to go back
He
and
must
like
be pissed at that wife. That's what that shows. Like he
No.
doesn't even want to
You
acknowledge
he's
her.
just a fucking idiot. He's just
No.
a dude who's like,
I don't think he's
Dumb
an idiot.
motherfucker.
well, he might be pissed at that girl at the wife, but
That's what I'm saying.
That's not right either, though.
Well, of course it's not right,
No,
which is
he's
probably why that's
definitely
around.
not in the right.
The
Not
only
in the right
reason
there.
someone is stupid enough not to at least be like, yeah, of course, and I apologize to the wife, shouldn't have done that, is if you're actually just really pissed and blame that wife for that entire event. Like,
That's
I
what I'm
guarantee you
saying.
he does blame that wife.
Oh, of
for
course,
it.
because he's a fucking idiot.
Like, oh, you're going to get beat and talk about it. You know
how
what I
can
mean?
you like? And he had like this
Yeah, it's
petty.
fucked
He
up.
had this petty fucking attitude, like, oh, look, I'm in trouble. Like, fuck, poor me. I got to read this statement. Like, dude, there was a woman who was beat while she was pregnant.
Whoa, I missed that part. She was
I'm
pregnant.
pretty sure. Okay, maybe
Wait, were you just
How
adding
low?
that
How
for
low can you
spice?
get?
He was beating her while she was pregnant. She was.
they have kids, and I'm pretty sure that there was some beating in the
That's
pregnancies. and the
terrible. Okay,
beatings
so what else? Like
Oh, this
besides
guy-
that, is he just a scumbag
I
all
mean,
around?
The guy that he's defending is like taking pictures of his dick in the White House when they went to visit the White
What?
House, and like was
What?
like getting like sex toys sent. I'm pretty sure. Now I don't want to get now that I didn't know about the other
You've gone
thing.
too deep into this.
I don't want to, but I'm pretty sure it's the same guy who's also had like over like a $10,000 bill of sex toys sent to the fucking office.
Wait, the head coach?
No.
Oh, the guy, the abuser.
Yes.
Oh.
Holy shit!
Wow. Why did he
Dude.
get it sent to the office?
Because it's
So
fucking
what did they just-
Ohio State.
Did
So
they
then,
just have like a big win?
so
Hey,
then-
boys, this is for you.
All right, everyone, let's pass these out. John,
so
John,
all these fans are like ripping everybody else who's
this
hating on
double
Urban
dick is
Meyer.
for you.
Because Ohio has the worst fans in America.
Why do you say that?
Because
Who
of
says that?
Cleveland
Cleveland.
Cleveland Cavalier
Okay,
fans.
but I will say
Are we
this.
just talking about
I
the
will-
NBA or
I-
sports?
no,
all
just
about
around,
sports,
writ
babe.
large?
But I will say this about Cleveland
that's
fans.
crazy.
Every time I see a Browns home game, I'm like, wow, you guys really like sports. To like really be
Wow.
still here.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
I haven't.
So what are you gonna do there? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, okay, that's a good point though. That's like Green Bay fans.
What do you? Well, yeah, but I
What
like
the
Green Bay.
fuck?
I like Green Bay for the same reason, but Green Bay, yeah, it's like what
Did
else
you
you
see
gonna
what
do?
happened the other
You're
day?
gonna either have sex with your sister, or you're gonna go to a football game.
Did you see what happened the other day?
Yeah, what we
Preseason?
did to you?
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
You know, Rogers didn't come play. Okay, Hunley couldn't do anything. Running game couldn't do anything.
Yeah, no duh.
We only kicked 2 field goals.
You see what John Gruden said?
Wow.
It was
What?
6-13.
So we're going through a dispute right now with
Oh, how's John Gruden doing?
huh?
Ellie Graphic.
How's John Gruden doing?
Good, really good actually. He's yelling at players.
didn't actually
He's got
watch the
fire,
game.
which no one's had for the Raiders for a long time.
That's true.
But someone in a press conference said to him, "What do you think about Khalil Mack? We're going through a contract dispute with Khalil. He's not signing yet. He's holding out
Because
but
of money?
Yeah, he's holding out because of money.
Okay.
And
I was thinking, like, what else? Lack of getting hooked up. Hey, I'm not getting as late as much
This
as I thought
language
I would. Unless
is
you get me more
vague.
girls, I'm not signing on to this contract.
I need a clause here
I want bendy straws
Hey.
in my
in
locker.
my Gatorade bottle.
I want more cheerleaders wearing my jerseys. Nah, but
Okay, that's interesting.
but he said he hasn't signed. He hasn't signed with
Okay.
us, right? Which he's
Yeah.
stupid because he's going to lose $800,000 $800,000
Asking
a game.
questions. Do you see that?
Okay, I don't care. He's losing 800,000. We'll talk about that in a minute, brother. But don't even get us started. You're trying to push us. Okay, don't do that, dude. But anyways, anyways, Khalil Mack's not signing with the Raiders. And you know who Khalil Mack is. He's one of the best defensive players
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
league, let alone our team. And somebody asked the coach, do you really think your defense is going to be good? To Gruden. Like,
Oh,
be
shit.
good
If Mac's gone.
up to par at least if Mack is gone. And he said, we weren't good with Mack. We were still the 22nd top. We were like number 22nd defense with Mack. So really, we couldn't get much worse, can we?
Oh shit.
Punked him, bro. Punked
Wow.
him. Let him know we ain't worried about you, Mac. What the fuck? You're gonna lose money because
Put him in check.
let me tell y'all what's gonna happen. If he doesn't sign with us, he can hold out. Like we have to trade him to go anywhere else. He can hold out by week 10 if he doesn't sign with us. So he's losing $800,000 a game. If he doesn't sign with us by week 10, then he's done for the year.
Okay, number one, never touch my hand like that again.
then he's done for the year, and
Okay.
then
He'll be fucked next year.
we can franchise tag him at the end of the year, and he has to play for us anyways.
You guys would fuck him
Oh,
hella
wow.
bad.
No, we're gonna fuck him.
No, that's what I'm saying. You guys
Yeah.
could fuck him hella bad. But John said that, really.
Yeah, Gruden.
Dude,
Don't ever call him
that's-
John again. Who the fuck do you think you
Johnny
are?
boy.
I actually know him, so it's,
Hey, you want to
respect
address
the
this?
fact
Hey, John
this-
said that. Huh?
Hey, you want to address
What?
this real quick? They're asking about NBA, MJ versus LeBron. The internet has pretty much settled this.
No, the internet
LeBron,
Don't let this fool talk.
statistically speaking,
Yeah,
Oh,
statistically.
God.
statistically
don't.
speaking,
LeBron hasn't.
Yeah, he is.
yeah.
He's better in every
all
stat
the
line.
relevant statistics.
In every single stat line, he's
Ah.
better. The only stat line that
What's your beef? What's your
MJ
beef?
is better is in percentage of shots by like
It's
1%.
just shots?
By like 1%. By like 1%.
Okay, Sean, what's your case? And
It's
what's
a,
this person
it's a
think?
different game.
You like
can't-
graphics.
You
What do you think?
can't us.
Okay.
You
okay.
don't think
Okay.
LeBron James' body would dominate back then with like little
Nope.
fucking white
With his
boys?
skinny little ass.
Nope.
What?
No.
Why?
You're saying
Were
little
they
white
just
boys.
better shooters?
You need to actually do your
And the
research, bro.
three-point
Because for
line
some
was
reason,
closer.
John Stockton
No,
instantly
yeah.
came into my
But you
mind.
need to do your research and
The
look up the
three-point
big
line
men.
was
No, I know they were
closer.
big, but like LeBron James is. Why? What was so
They're
different
two.
about that
First
time?
of all, they're two completely separate, different players. LeBron James likes to pass
well,
the ball
comparison, yeah,
in 60%. So no, if you're gonna go as far as stats go, then you can't look at it that way.
Oh, wait.
And
Tell
LeBron
me
is-
why. Tell me why. It's just off
what I'm
principle.
telling
It's
you,
off of a-
hold on. What I'm telling you is that LeBron I don't think is mentally or physically strong enough. Yeah, even with his size, to do what Michael Jordan did, especially mentally. LeBron is not mentally strong
Oh
enough.
no, that's hella true.
So
LeBron's
everybody here
mentally
is
weak as
talking all
shit.
this shit. You can carry a team on his back. No, we can't, motherfucker. No, we can't. We will ban you right
He
now.
has.
No, he can't. He can't
can't.
carry his team to a championship because let me tell you,
Okay.
what have we done? What have we done? What have we done?
Is
What
he
have we
pointing
done?
at his
We
Golden
beat
State
'em.
Warriors?
We
thing?
beat him. We beat him. You ain't shit. Don't get me started on LeBron James. I'm not carrying a team. He
Okay,
can't
wait,
do-
whoa,
yeah, he
whoa,
can carry a
whoa,
team through
whoa,
the
whoa,
East.
whoa.
One of the biggest jokes of a division that's ever seen the light of day.
Since like fucking Jason Kidd. But
Really?
the interesting thing though is
ban him, ban him.
is
Steve
that
Bannon.
LeBron James, when he won with Cleveland, which was the
Okay.
closest he ever got to like actually carrying a team, he had Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, who just took
Was
the
a pretty
Celtics to number 2
Exactly
or number
my point.
1.
So he
And
put the
then-
team on his back too.
And then he had the Heat, who had fucking Dwayne Wade and Chris
Chris
Bosh.
Bosh.
So it's like he's never even
Dream
got
team.
all he's done. Like all these people are talking about, like, oh yeah, dude, he
He's
has
just
all
been
these,
done- he's-
like you idiots. Oh, he has all these stats.
Well,
Well,
no,
why
no,
don't
no,
you
no,
look
no,
at
no,
what
no,
he?
no.
No. Why don't you look at what he
Jesus
did
Christ,
to?
this guy and assuming other people's opinions.
Why don't you? What do you mean? You just told me your
Yeah,
opinion.
I told you he's better at stats. That's a fucking fact. You can gripe about different times.
Yeah, but I'm
never
telling you
said-
why.
I never said he was a better player than MJ.
And I'm explaining
MJ
to you.
got the championships. Now MJ hella had support.
But he had a team
But
too.
here's the thing.
You're
Then
saying
don't
MJ
bring up
when
the
it- when it-
stats. Don't bring up the stats, Dan. That's like fucking
Okay, then
ridiculous.
what's the calculus? What's the calculus? What's
no, the calculus is
There
this.
isn't
is
one, man.
Which,
it's
which,
all an opinion-based
at-
argument,
yeah,
which
no,
is why it never ends.
At the end of the day, the only question you want to ask yourself is if
Okay.
you're a fucking general manager for a basketball team, who do you want leading your team? And I don't think I'm saying LeBron James before I say Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
I don't even think, to be honest, I say LeBron James before Kobe Bryant. Because Kobe Bryant
Really?
was not as good of a basketball
Exactly.
player, but he had amazing mentality. And
was all
championship
mental.
all-time players need amazing mentality. When he lost game 1 against Golden State Warriors because J.R. Smith did that stupid-ass mistake where he thought they won, but it was actually like a fucking tied game. LeBron James went to the sideline and fucking cried when Curry lost in Game 7 against Cleveland. When Kyrie
saying he can't
Irving
cry in the basketball court?
Did Kyrie Irving went off and got that clutch 3-pointer? Before that 3-pointer, Curry went to the sideline and started doing this and hitting his head. Right when he did that, with 3 minutes fucking left in the game, I knew Golden State Warriors were going to lose it because he got in his head. And every player, if you watch like clutch championships games, the first player that shows emotion on the sideline always loses. What Kobe and MJ were
Really?
really good at
That's fair.
is they have that Jackson type of like Zen focus where they go on the sideline, they're fucking stoic. They're stoic. They're not yelling, they're not crying like LeBron James. They're not beating themselves in the head like Curry did.
So they're just overtly
I'm not saying
focused
Curry does
on the
that, but
game.
in that game
so
he
you're
does.
He
saying
does do that, though, but
you're
yeah.
talking about the Kobe mentality.
No, but you are right.
Yeah.
And Kobe was better at it than Jordan. But
Kobe would just look and fuck, dude. If you saw Kobe on the sideline, he would just do this. He wouldn't even watch
Oh,
the
yeah.
basketball game. He would just
he
look
was
straight forward.
He was looking at the floor. You could tell he was
Yeah.
just looking like at the wood and
Yeah.
people's feet passing it, but was focused
yeah.
on something completely
He
different.
didn't care what was happening.
He
in the
was,
game.
Right.
he was, no, he was, yeah, no, him and Jordan were, that's what I'm trying to get at, dude. Like, I'm not debating that LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball
Oh,
players.
he
or
definitely
the-
is.
ever.
You could even say, skill wise or stat wise. Okay, give him the stat wise the best player of all time.
Yeah.
He's not Michael
Yeah.
Jordan. Michael Jordan doesn't lose like LeBron James does. Michael Jordan would never get swept. Ever. If Michael Jordan went on the sideline and found out that one of his teammates accidentally called a timeout, I don't think that would ever happen on a Michael Jordan team.
Yeah.
Because Michael Jordan's a way better coach
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
LeBron James is. And not that it's LeBron James' job to do that, but that's what I'm
You
trying
really
to get
think
at.
so though?
No, that
Because
yes.
LeBron
Yeah.
coaches
But
like
that's
during.
no.
You don't think so? You think he's more of a like a gripey,
Well, of
like,
course-
oh, you need to do this.
Of course he
versus,
does. Like LeBron
No,
James.
This is how
LeBron
you
James
do
is
it?
like I'm a fucking prima donna, fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been told I was great since the beginning.
So,
Michael Jordan wasn't. Y'all don't understand. Michael Jordan wasn't shit when he went to North Carolina. He was just a decent basketball player. He had to earn his respect at North Carolina.
Okay.
And then went into the NBA, made his name there. LeBron James, we were fucking loving him before he could barely even squirt out an ounce of
when we were
cum.
sucking his dick, and it was pedophilia at that point.
That's an
But
extreme sort of reference.
with Kobe Bryant, he all right. So there was a couple players who went between the Lakers and the Cleveland Cavaliers, right, in Kobe's last few years. So I was watching an interview with them talking about the differences between LeBron and Kobe, right?
Right.
Because they were both leaders in the locker room. And they said, Kobe,
Let me have that you say.
they're like has that like John Gruden method
you.
where like if you messed up,
Uh-huh.
Kobe wouldn't like tell you on the floor, but when you got in that locker room,
Oh,
Kobe would just
No.
fucking,
sort of.
he
He
was
kind of
like,
kept
That's
face.
not the Gruden method because Gruden would yell at you while you're on the field. That's
No,
what him and
but
Well,
you're,
no,
you're
but
saying
that's
he
not the
keeps
point.
face.
I know it's not,
until
but
is
he can talk to him in a private
Kobe's-
setting.
no, that's not it. He's not waiting
Okay.
for you to be
Then
private.
what is
He's
it?
just waiting for you to be off the floor, and he'll start fucking cussing you out in front of everyone.
So that
Kobe will yell
you
at
can
them,
have your
he'll cuss
undivided
them out.
attention.
Kobe was a
Like,
G about it. Kobe would yell.
But what do you think's the underlying reason behind this, though? Because he could have just yelled at him on the
He
sideline.
he coached.
Why not?
He coached effectively with fear.
Hold on, wait. Who's a goat on the court? Because I know you ain't talking about LeBron again.
Go on the court, forget.
Because you have to understand.
That's the only thing
Nah,
people care
dude.
about.
Nah, that
Nobody
don't matter
sees
though.
in the locker room.
That don't matter though, dude. That don't matter.
And so he's talking about
If you're-
LeBron's coaching method, and LeBron's coaching method.
I
is
know what
more
he's
like,
talking about now, but no. LeBron, that's what we're getting at. Is that on
He
the
said-
court? On the court, you have to have a presence that is brought to the teammates with behind closed doors, which you're saying no one sees. Which fine, we don't see it, but that translated onto the court
Yeah.
with Kobe Bryant
Yeah.
to his players. So when Kobe Bryant had to do subtle things on the court, like just give someone a look or just
Because
yell.
also-
Kobe Bryant yelled at people on the court.
You-
Let's
you-
not act like he didn't. He did.
Oh no,
obviously.
he did.
But
yeah.
but they respected him more. Whereas when LeBron is yelling, they're like, "Fuck you, dude! You're this giant bitch who's punching lockers at the end of games, and then you're gonna
Exactly.
and then
Yeah, yeah.
10 minutes, literally 10 minutes after you lose a championship, you're gonna be like, my hand was broken. My hand was broken.
Oh, dude, that was such a bitch thing.
You think
And how he
LeBron-
came out there
you
with
think
a
Michael
fucking
Jordan
thing?
ever
Yeah.
did that? Like, you're a bitch, dude.
It
If you
made-
really
and the whole
think,
spectacle.
if you really think LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, you're either one, you're fucking 22 years old or younger, or two, you're just a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, brother, but don't even watch us anymore if that's really
But-
how you feel. Don't even watch us. Don't support us. Tell all your friends who feel that way, don't support us, because I don't want people like that following me.
Yeah. Well, also, or you could just keep supporting us, and we could do a mute Sean option.
Oh yeah,
No.
there's if you donate $100,
Ridiculous.
we mute Sean for the duration of the show.
But yeah, basically they're just saying LeBron James is just hella nice, which is probably why he
Okay.
doesn't translate. Is
He's
because
soft, bro.
that's passive
He's
aggressive
soft.
attitude.
I'm not saying I
If
beat
you're
him in
nice,
a fight, but
I know,
he's
but
soft.
if you're nice to other
You think he's
players, right?
soft, then.
If you're nice to the players on your team,
Okay.
but then you go cry and you go punch things and you make excuses, that means you're actually passive aggressive, where you don't say what you mean when
Not
you actually feel
explaining.
it. You're
Okay.
not telling people
Dude,
honest
there's footage of
communication.
him. There's footage of him literally
Of
on that
LeBron?
game that you're talking about, where he just said.
That's what I mean. It's, yeah.
Here's the words that he
Sounds
said.
like it's a bunch
There's
of
words.
theatrics.
There's literally film that. Yeah, there is. There's film of LeBron James. I know, and I appreciate it. I don't really want you to
Sorry,
leave.
sorry,
Okay,
Eli.
I really do actually.
Sean just gets
appreciate it.
intense.
You're
okay?
like my favorite fan. If I'm talking this much shit to you, then I really appreciate you. But LeBron James, watch the footage of LeBron James. He fucking did exactly what you're talking about. Was super passive in that fucking in that play when what's his name said, I don't know, I didn't know we had 2 timeouts. He literally looked at the coach and said, we only had 2 timeouts? Or no, we had 2 timeouts? And the coach said, yeah, and he goes and just
Yeah.
bitched about it like
Yeah.
instead of just being like I would appreciate it more if he was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? We had 2 timeouts. Like, y'all need to fucking be on. Like, he should have yelled at his team.
Yeah.
Y'all need
It's
to be on
like
top
we need to
of this.
communicate.
Yeah, he
we
should've
need to
been
like be
this-
explaining this together. You
I
know.
would have been like, this is the finals, game 1. Like, we need this. But instead, he was passive, like you said.
Yep.
And he
just
was, and it
didn't
was weak.
communicate and just
That's what
showed
That's
frustration.
what I'm getting at. Okay,
Oh.
LeBron James. I mean, Michael Jordan was like one of the first players. No, I'm sure plenty of players did this, but he was the one who did it and made it work. Phil Jackson, who Hall of Fame coach, would show him a play, and Michael Jordan would say, "No,
Yeah.
we're not doing that.
Well,
we're gonna,
that's
we're
the
gonna
other
do
thing,
this."
is
LeBron
that-
James can't do that because when he does it, it's just like, no, okay, I'll do it. What I'm gonna get the ball and then I'm gonna pass it because
The
I'm
other
too
thing
scared to take the shot.
Is that Reed? You mentioned like the summer camps that LeBron James does.
Yeah.
But the difference is that like when Kobe Bryant would do practice with the Lakers, especially under Phil Jackson, especially under the latter coaches after Phil Jackson, Kobe Bryant would actually be standing with with Phil Jackson on the sideline, coaching with
sort
him.
of navigating the
He would be
itself.
coaching on the sideline during
Yeah.
practice. He didn't need practice. You know what I mean?
talking
But
about
he was literally in a coaching. He was literally the assistant coach of the Lakers when he was playing in the number 24 jersey. Like he was.
That's awesome.
Who?
Kobe.
Like he would literally be in charge of drills and like
yeah.
telling them what
Doing
to do at
shit.
practice.
I mean, so
like
we're talking about someone who's bigger than life, just like LeBron is, but was still earning the respect of his.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
at the end, we could argue that he maybe wasn't, but that was a
it's
different.
last year.
That
But he
was,
just wanted the money and everyone.
Yeah, he
understood
wanted
that.
well,
Yeah,
I don't
bottom
think it
line.
was the money.
That was a unique situation in Lakers
I don't think it
culture
was-
where it split Lakers fans between Laker franchise fans and Kobe Bryant fans. Like me and my brother, we were Kobe Bryant fans. You know what I mean? And so we were like, nah, fuck it. He's given us 5 championships. Let him get his
What's
fucking
up,
money.
Eddie?
Because you know what I mean? He wanted to create his own basketball team. He wanted to go to Italy. He wants to start schools and stuff like that. So we're like, give him the money. He fucking deserves it. Like, we'll do one more year of
As a
shitty
franchise
payroll.
fan, though, I've always been on that road too. Like,
I get it. I
like
get it.
when we had to, when the Raiders had to, like, we couldn't afford Tim Brown, and he just wanted that one more check, so he went to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Like, that sucked to see him do that.
yeah.
And then we signed him for one day so he could retire as a Raider.
Yeah.
And then that made me feel better. But at the time, you know, you're like, fuck, that sucks, dude. Because Tim Brown is Mr. Raider. That's his nickname.
yeah.
But so that's what I get. Like, as a franchise, you know, it should be 2 ways. You should actually, you know, the franchise players should support him because of everything he's given. He's
That's my point.
a
Yeah.
whole career. Like, I'm a
Yeah.
Warriors fan.
Dude,
And
he
I'm-
never left the Lakers.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
And I'm just hoping one day that I have the same privilege with Curry, at least.
Oh, that'd
And-
be
yeah.
awesome.
And
yeah.
even if we suck,
Yeah.
even if we suck,
Oh yeah, Lakers were sucking. dick
I'm
every
gonna
year.
say pay Curry,
But, dude,
if
that-
if that's what it takes
that-
to keep Curry, because Curry deserves, because he's a motherfucking warrior, dude. He's done more for the town of Oakland, even though they won't be in Oakland by then. But he's
No,
done
they
more
won't.
for the town of Oakland
Eddie
and
Eddie's hitting us up.
for just Bay Area basketball than anybody, dude.
That last game, that last Lakers Kobe Bryant game, actually Reed was there with me in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Like, dude, at the end of
It
it,
was
when Kobe
intense.
was going off, shooting 100% in the last like 4 minutes, just 3-pointer, and then he caught up and then he beat him. Like, the crowd is going crazy because what was it, like 4 or 5 minutes left? They were down by like 11 points.
Yeah.
And like
They were
all the
down by a
Lakers,
few.
this is his last game, right? So all the Laker players were just passing it to Kobe. He was sinking every single one. Like, people couldn't believe it. Like, oh my God, are we about to win number one or no? And number two, is Kobe going off and giving us his best last 4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
He
basically
drilled
what happened.
every fucking shot, way outside perimeter, inside perimeter, didn't matter. Like, he beat them, got 60 points. It was the most points ever scored in a retirement game. Dude, I had a fucking tear come down because like at the end of it, I was like,
It's like
this
yeah.
is like, because it gave me.
it's not the first
it's-
tier
it-
this guy
no,
has cried.
no,
by the way,
it's you know the movie Logan, where Logan at the end of the movie takes the fucking blue juice, the blue goo, and it makes him all powerful again, like he's
Right.
young. I felt like that was that last game
it
for
was
Kobe,
green. It was green.
where
but yeah.
or green, yeah. I felt like it was like that last game where I was just like,
Just
God
going
damn, this is
fucking ham
that
one
young
last
Kobe
time.
again. This is that young Kobe that we missed. Like, that was such a dope experience.
No,
seeing
I
that.
mean, and Kobe is one of my favorite Lakers, but my favorite Laker actually of all time. I don't like Magic Johnson that much.
I really don't either. But
You
that's a
know.
generational thing.
It's like AIDS.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It kind of is that. That's true.
You know what's so funny about Magic Johnson is that he has AIDS and his son is hella gay.
Okay. Well,
How ironic is that?
Oh.
And his son doesn't
That's
have,
an unfortunate irony you had to
but
point
his
up right
son,
now.
his son doesn't have AIDS.
Yeah, that's the.
Really?
So
what-
Magic
what's
Johnson
it?
has
Oh.
AIDS, and then his son was born super homo and no AIDS. I mean, super homo. His mouth.
that has zero
his mouth-
correlation with the birth, though.
What?
There's one thing, he has the baby.
No, he had
and the
AIDS
baby,
before. He had
and
AIDS.
the baby doesn't.
He had AIDS before.
I understand that, but you're just saying like it's gay, and that there's some correlation between the baby having HIV and
No,
being
it's
gay.
ironic.
You're just saying that's an irony.
It's irony because gay people
Oh,
have
God.
AIDS.
Yeah, I get that part. I get that part. That's why it's unfortunate.
The gays have a lot
that
of
you
AIDS.
had to
you
play-
know,
yeah.
maybe,
Oh my God.
the government tried to kill them in the 60s or whatever, the 70s, something like that.
Do you actually believe that?
Yeah,
You really do.
I do
You
believe.
believe they tried to kill him?
I do believe AIDS was a made
Yeah, where
up
did
virus.
this convo go?
I do-
It went to Sean Megas. That's where it went. The host extraordinaire.
If you want to talk about conspiracies, hell yeah, I do believe that fucking AIDS was created by the government.
So you don't
Why
believe?
is Sean wearing the same Deadpool shirt again? It's because he loves Deadpool.
First
God
of all, I
damn
haven't
it.
worn this fucking shirt. Literally, it's been hanging in my closet for like over a month.
I know, but it's like people only see you like 5 or 6
No,
times.
they haven't
and,
though. So Eddie, go fuck yourself, okay? Why were you wearing the
Whoa.
same fucking wife beater that you wear every fucking time I see you with the stripes? Last-
he was
last
wearing,
night.
He was wearing that last night.
He wears that all the fucking time. So he wants to talk shit, but you're going out in public wearing these things, okay? Fuck you. And dancing like a cocksucker, okay? Why don't you answer those questions?
He fucks with Deadpool. Okay.
He fucks with Deadpool.
Thank you. It's a nice shirt. And because not all of our people watch the show fucking every episode. I haven't worn this shirt for like 2 months. So fuck you. 60
Okay,
days.
That was a long time to talk about the shirt, though.
Well, he shouldn't have brought it
Same.
up. Kick him off. He shouldn't have brought it up.
But yeah, that answers that question. LeBron James, good. Not the best, though.
No.
I'm not hiring him as a general manager. if
I'm
I
not
had the
hiring
choice.
him as a babysitter.
No, I would do that. I think that would be pretty interesting.
Well, don't ever do that again. Was he about to...
Sean doesn't like that. His headphones are very sensitive on his ears.
Yeah.
No,
He's
well,
also
when you have
sensitive
two
himself.
fucking high-pitched co-hosts over here fucking sounding like they just hit puberty last week.
Yeah, Sean. That one wasn't allowed, at least.
Macasa.
And now he's gonna speak in Portuguese.
No, we're not. What we are going to
That's
talk about
Dothraki or
is
something.
Adam Warlock.
Who?
Did I tell you guys that I somebody brought this up to me this week about the fact that nobody has thought about Adam Warlock and the Avengers?
What's your theory?
What's?
I think that Adam Warlock is going to pop up with Captain Marvel in
Around the same time.
in Avengers 4. Like they're gonna stop
Oh, okay.
Thanos
Next year.
because at the end of Guardians of Galaxy 2, you see they created Adam Warlock, and they haven't created any like extra scene for no reason yet since the movies have come out.
Mm.
And Adam Warlock in the comics can wear the gauntlet and he can kill Thanos.
Except the problem with that theory is that the
I will
Russo
bet you
brothers-
money that Adam Warlock is.
This
another
is,
bet.
This is
another
what you call
clip bet.
a good fuck. Can we shake the hands?
No, you finish what you were saying first.
Nope. This is what you call a good
All right,
bet. That's what
$5
I was gonna say. $5 that Adam Warlock is not in
Avengers 4.
This is why he's not going to be. Now that we made the bet,
All right,
it is the
bet-
Russo
the best
brothers.
bet, I'm gonna make the clip.
The Russo
Now.
brothers said absolutely Adam Warlock is not in Avengers 4. There's been
Oh,
no casting for
shit.
Avengers 4.
That happened. So
Oh,
that
well,
bet
then
was
I'm not
settled.
worried
Right.
about
I'm
it.
gonna have to clip the settled bet. How much was the wager?
And James Gunn, in making Guardians of the Galaxy 2, said that there was a frustrating process about Adam Warlock because we introduced him and MCU has no current plans with him.
Really?
Yep. It may have
That
been a
sounds
dud
terrible.
of an introduction.
I don't think it is. I still think
Sean has faith.
I still think
Sean
they
has faith.
haven't done casting
think
and they
that-
lie. They're not going to tell you. Oh,
They
you're
lie?
right. You're right. He is going to be.
You
in it.
lie.
If you say that Adam Warlock's going to be in a movie, everybody's going to know the movie. and
Guys, do
people
you
will be
guys not
pissed.
believe everything you read? Because that would be a little weird.
I
do.
believe
You do.
everything
Yeah,
I
I-
read on the internet.
Thank you. Thank you. Especially on the internet. This fucking prick questions things.
Dude, who questions, bro? You have to think.
Yeah, couldn't imagine having a life of fucking questioning things. I'm a complicated fucking person. I'm Sean. I think about things. You know what? Fuck you. How about you just read something and take it for what it is?
I feel like I'm having a bad trip. The posters in the back are fucking Avengers and Thor posters and Star Wars, and we got a Star Trek toy, and we got a comic book pictures over here.
Over there,
comic books.
Comic books. You got a
Old-
Deadpool and a Silver Surfer.
An old Silver Surfer.
What issue is that?
I put random comics in there every week.
What issue is that?
Silver Surfer. It's the supersized.
Super Scroll.
Yeah, supersized Super Squirrel fighting the Kree. Fights the Kree in that episode, and then the Deadpool
Looking
one.
very silver.
Oh, he was looking silver.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting enough, that's what he is. It very much defines his character.
I would love for Adam Warlock to be in there. I think that would be a dope image of the gauntlet like being carried by Adam Warlock. But also the gauntlet looks pretty fucking burnt. No one's really talking about that.
Yeah,
It
but
looks really fucking mangled.
yeah, but
But he's still using
I
it.
seen
That's the weird thing.
somebody brought that up though. Someone brought up why did it look like that? I forget
Because
what
it took
was.
like half his body or
no,
some
but
shit.
like that, it wasn't really like that. But look what he's wearing. He wears the gauntlet. Look,
Yeah, no, he does wear the gauntlet.
we're looking at pictures of him. Sorry, you guys, we can't show you. Actually, yeah, we can. You can show these.
yeah, I can pull him up on the other.
We just can't show you
Oh,
videos and shit.
the
But
problem-
show that right there. Show that right there. That one.
Okay, give me a second.
But watch this picture we're about to show you. Okay.
A lot more happens though in this series. For example, like Adam Warlock wears the gauntlet, but he also Thanos starts working with him because Thanos is convinced that it's too powerful for any one being, right? So then they just kind of defeat the enemies that would want to wear it. So Thanos actually does turn on the good side at some points of understanding,
Right, and I think
with
that's
Adam
going to
Warlock.
happen. I think that's going to happen in the end of Avengers. Is that he's like I said this before already on the show that I think Thanos is going to agree to stop.
Yeah. That may actually be the image where Thanos is actually on the side.
Right.
Is that
Of
the
Adam.
green one to the right?
He's the purple one on
No.
the bottom.
Yeah. The
Oh,
green guy. I
see.
think that's
and
one of
then
the.
Thor to the left, bottom left.
Then you have
Yes.
Hulk, and then I don't
Let's
know
end
who
the
right-
conflict. So you think that they're going to incorporate that to Avengers 4?
It
You
says
think it's
let
going to
the
end the
No.
conflict then?
Deadpool, no, but I'm talking about him. Adam Warlock, yes.
I mean,
do
that would
think-
be dope. I mean, I would be happy if I lost that $5.
I do want to mention on this, motherfuckers hating on Deadpool 2. I actually love Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2 is amazing.
Yeah, I don't think they went any different direction. It was a different story, obviously. It's not going to be the same story.
You don't like
you
the
fucks.
direction. I didn't like Deadpool 1 as much as I like
yeah,
Deadpool 2.
I thought Deadpool 1 was
Yeah.
not as good as Deadpool 2.
No.
Looks like we got to just ban the whole chat room.
Yeah, it looks like we gotta have no chat. Let's just talk to ourselves for crying out loud.
What are we
You
talking
guys don't
about?
agree with us. We don't want you on the show.
we don't want you. We'll go hire other chatters.
No, Domino was bad as fuck, and she was super cool. But no, I love the direction of Deadpool 2. Actually, even more because I thought it showed more of in the beginning at least.
It was pretty.
It showed a lot of
Awesome.
his emotion, but they did go a lot towards the like eventually we are going to get tired of the same old jokes that Deadpool does all the time.
The same, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
we're gonna
It's gonna have to
need-
be a refresher or something.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the cool thing though about breaking the fourth wall is that you were staring at his shirt, but for some reason I felt like you were like staring at his dick or something. Like you had an excuse to finally look and peek at
It's a
it,
clear
Sean.
table. Nice, nice shorts.
They should do a scene where Domino is
I don't even know what that means. The
banging,
tail.
and then it goes to an inner body camera, and the sperm.
This was
tail
talking about look
falls
who's
off
talking.
before it. What the?
Inoculates the egg. That's a lot of science, Eddie. Where'd you go to school for that?
What if Eddie was a porn director? What would that look like?
Deadpool 2 was focused on Deadpool.
Yeah, that's
Good assessment.
I'm not even gonna fucking reply. I'm done with you now, dude.
And this-
It's not
Sean likes to
Deadpool.
go 0 to 100 every time he
Deadpool
interacts
2.
with chat.
Deadpool 2 was focused on Deadpool.
Hey, you know what?
He had
Kind
a
of
lot
like
of
Deadpool
people
too, but I had a
who
lot of
with him
Deadpool.
Hey, you know what? I like
He-
the Bible
you
a
like
lot.
you like
But
Josh Brolin?
I think the Bible was a little bit
Josh-
too focused on God. You,
You
know
know that story about Jesus Christ? I was like, hey, why is it only about Jesus
Hey,
Christ?
hey, yeah. Why does this guy create this stuff, huh?
Yeah, you know. I mean,
Dude, it doesn't
I mean,
matter
Deadpool
if you
won.
need Dude, you're literally saying the guy's name and then putting a number after it, and then you're like, "What is the movie about this guy for? What is the movie about
Who
Deadpool?
the fuck?
Are you telling me Deadpool 1 is going to be all about
Stop, it
Deadpool?
was a typo.
Hey, you know what?
Sean, go easy on
The-
chat, Sean. They're
I came
human
here,
too.
you're not
They're-
reading all of it though. You're being
They're
dumb.
human too.
You know what the interesting thing about Deadpool 2 was? It came after Deadpool 1.
You know that was the #1 perplexing review.
Fucking pet, eh?
That was the review. Deadpool 1. Colon. Is it about Deadpool? Read more.
Okay, shut up. In the first movie, he was solo.
Solo.
The second one, he wasn't, but you just-
wasn't. Sure.
Force.
I can't.
So
I
what? Why are
can't.
you so upset right now?
Because he loves X-Force.
From a writing's point of view, it's ridiculous that somebody would be like, I don't get it. Why is it the second movie all about fucking it? It wasn't even about other characters. It was still, if you actually go ahead and watch the movie again, because I'm guessing you have only watched it once. Go
I've
back,
only watched it.
take some time, maybe smoke some weed or take a drink while you're doing it so you can actually focus. Get drunk. Pay attention to the fucking film, and you'll see it was all about fucking Deadpool, if not even more personal.
Go get the director's
No,
cut.
it was
Extra
because
15
they,
minutes.
They make Deadpool.
to the movie.
It's a fatherhood character arc.
right.
Like he has-
Fatherhood.
yeah, because the movie is basically about
He's a
him
dad?
becoming worthy to be a father and having a family.
Okay.
That's the question of Deadpool in the sequel. Is can he like look past his own self, his own ego, and can he actually care for a kid even though he doesn't really give a fuck? Like Deadpool usually
He
doesn't.
doesn't care about his own life. How can he care about someone
Exactly.
Oh, that's why they like the first
exactly.
one.
Like he has to learn how to really connect to himself through all his bullshit, and he does. And you'll notice that is especially true because that is the only parts of the movie that he doesn't break the fourth wall. When she dies, there's no broken fourth wall.
Okay.
When he connects to the kid, there's
Those
no
are really
broken
important.
fourth wall.
Mm-hmm.
And like so you see that that's where his character arc is happening. So it's really about his maturity of like getting over his
as
like,
a character, dude.
sarcasm.
Himself.
So
Just
you have
yeah.
that has to happen. I guess I get why you might like the first one better, and that's cool. I don't personally. I like the second one
Yeah.
better because of what you just said.
Yeah.
It was a lot
There's
more
more depth.
personal,
More depth.
more depth. Yeah.
Yeah. Straight up.
But your typo was pretty funny though.
Yeah, it was.
What?
It created. It
said
got. It got
Deadpool 2
Sean in a
was-
fuss.
Not too much Deadpool.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
It's a sequel.
Well, even if you
we
said-
did not
even-
talk about him as much.
Doesn't matter. I mean, either one you say Deadpool, any Deadpool has too much of Deadpool. It's like saying I didn't like Logan so much because it had too much of Wolverine in it.
I thought it'd be more about this other guy.
What do you guys think about a Blues Brother reboot?
Okay,
I
let
think
me
it would
let me
flop.
take let me
It
take
would
this.
flop.
Let me take this one because I
It
grew
would
up
definitely flop.
I grew up a big Belushi fan because of my father and a
Who
big.
would do it? John C. Riley?
Can I finish? And a big Blues Brothers fan. I don't know, man. I think it would flop because like
Fucking Lions.
even those movies,
It
like
would be
it just,
rotten writing.
It'd be hard, dude.
It'd be like
The reason the
20
first
to
one was so
40%.
good is because it was filmed raw. Like the music was raw.
yeah.
Like the comedy wasn't even necessarily really great, but it was just raw, so you just appreciated it.
And
Yeah.
Like, and if you redo that, It's going to be
It's-
studio-esque.
most of
it's
it-
going to like
And
try
there's
to
most
just
of it was,
nobody.
though-
There's nobody to be in it.
Oh,
John
no, there isn't.
Belushi and who was the other guy?
They had
Matt-
Ray. They had Ray
Ackroyd?
Charles
Yeah.
in the
Dan
Ackroyd?
Aykroyd.
Yeah, Aykroyd. Yeah, it's those two.
Yeah.
Who their energy is the one that made
And they
that
had-
movie
yeah,
what it is. Without those two, it's just like the remakes, like like
I feel like
Any
they
of
were
these
trying to
other
put like
reboots that
Zach
was-
Like
Galifianakis
Chips.
in
Remember
it.
they tried to do Chips, and that shit was ridiculous.
and it flopped.
I feel
All
like
these movies would just be these blah
Yeah.
PG-13 blood dumbass movies that get ignored.
Who would
Sorry.
you cast?
Yeah, who would you cast?
Damn.
I would probably. I could see like John C.
Honestly,
Riley or John C. Riley.
I was thinking John
something
C.
alike.
Riley and maybe Jack Black.
I could see
I'm
Jack
not
Black
sure about
playing
that.
To me-
something. I feel like he would be too over the top, but I could see him being.
He doesn't
that.
have to be though. He's proved that he could do a good job. Not being. He doesn't have to always be super crazy.
No, not at all.
So
I
I
may
think
fuck with Joaquin Phoenix on this one.
I would put Jack Black and Joaquin Phoenix in, but I think Jack Black has to be in it, in my opinion.
think
If you're
Jack
gonna
Black
make,
has to
if
be
you're
in it?
gonna make a reboot, in my opinion, Jack Black has to be.
I mean, yeah, Jack Black is a weird ass motherfucker. There was a interview done with him by
Will Smith and Don Cheadle, get the fuck out of here.
there was
It'd be
a
interesting.
interview done by Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman, that's what I was trying to say. It was this documentary on musicians that Gary Oldman was making. And in one of the segments, he was interviewing Jack Black, right? And it's all in black and white. And so it starts with Gary Oldman waiting in the studio for Jack Black to come out. And then Jack Black, you can see him down the hallway, sees Gary Oldman, which is right next to the camera.
Uh-huh.
And then Jack Black just starts fucking sprinting at Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman's like bracing himself because he doesn't know what's about to happen. Like, is he gonna like hug me? Like, and you don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe he just runs into a handshake.
Uh-huh.
Jack Black straight picks up Gary Oldman, tackles him to the fucking floor, and starts like beating him with like side like elbow things, and like then they just start wrestling, and you're just like, what the fuck is going?
This
And
is an
Gary
interview.
Oldman, while Gary Oldman's wrestling Jack Black, he's like, I don't even know what's happening, but he's wrestling.
Oh
Then
my
Gary
God.
Oldman comes up, he has a bloody nose, and he's like, nice to meet you, man. And Jack Black's like, nice to fucking meet you too. Like, that's Jack Black, dude. Jack Black.
He's an
is-
eccentric fucking
I
guy.
need to
is.
see this.
and the documentary also Getting Loud, which is just the U2 guitarist, whatever his name is.
Bono.
Yeah, no, that's the singer. The guitarist. Yeah.
Hello.
Edge.
Ah!
Edge and Jimmy Page and Jack
Edge?
Black get together.
Okay.
And they just talk about their favorite songs together that they made, right? And in the beginning of the documentary
Pump,
crew asked
Lil
Jack Black,
Xan.
like, "Hey, so what do you think's going to happen with Jimmy Page and the Edge?" And
Charles
he
said something
basically says, "I don't know. We may fight." And that's just that is literally why Jack Black is such a cool rock star. Is because he grew up with like 12 siblings or some shit, and they all just fucking roughed house. So that's all he understands. So anyways, he's a crazy motherfucker. I would put him in the
Hey,
movie.
do you
I'd
see
put
what-
him, give him
look,
the
do you
movie.
see what Charles
put him in
said?
Blues
Thank
Brothers.
you. Thank you.
You see
Thank
what
you.
Charles
He's
Yeah,
the
said?
that's
title.
casting director.
Yo,
Thank
look
you.
what Charles said. It's pretty funny.
They need a
Yeah,
superhero
Charles is over here
team
trolling.
movie starring Little Pump, Little Xan, Little Trippy Red, 21 Savage, Takashi 69. Oh my gosh.
Between the five of them, it'd be
Superhero team
so
movie starring.
ridiculous.
What would be
Takashi
like?
would just be like,
Takashi would like shoot out like rainbow beams out of his like mouth.
or he would be like a
Like
Jared
the end
Leto
of, like-
Joker.
Oh god.
Someone needs to take him out, dude. I mean,
No, that would be like Little Pump, Little Xan, or Trippy Red. That would be the joke.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Oh god. What a terrible movie idea. I
Yeah.
would probably watch
Thanks
it
for
though.
the input, Charles.
I'm depressed after hearing that.
Yeah, no, that was actually kind of just depressing. Oh, jeez.
Oh, dang,
God.
you ruined the vibe. The vibe is shot.
Look what you did, Charles, with that suggestion.
Charles.
I hate those rappers. I hate everything they do on Instagram. I hate everything.
I know.
I hate how they're just social media based
Yeah.
and like how they just troll, how they
Oh
do these
my
stupid
God,
fucking
I
skits.
can't
and they get
stand
into these
It's not about
fights.
their rap. It's not about the music. It's just about them
No.
being fucking hysterical.
personalities. That's all
Like-
they are. They're these caricatures. They're fake. There's
Nah.
just there's a stage presence thing that never stops.
It's like after XS to whatever his name is that everyone started acting like they loved but never knew him after he died.
Oh my
Ex-
God,
Tenacious.
dude.
Yeah,
he beat his girlfriend who was
yeah,
pregnant.
he was a very violent dude. So Tekashi 69 put on like a story on Instagram. He was like, "Hey, I troll about violence and everything like that, but like, it's all peace, it's all love, man. I'm just really broken hearted." It's like, okay, well, what's real about you? What
Yeah,
is
what
the real
is
you?
real?
What do
Yeah,
we believe in
where
you?
do you
Like,
draw the line?
Tupac was fucking consistent with his message. It didn't matter if he was in an interview. The gravitating thing about Tupac is that he always spoke directly from the fucking heart. When he came out of court off that rape accusal, that sodomy accusal he got,
He said that
he
shit
was
felt hella good.
yeah, he was hella real. He was like, this is what happens. This is what happens when you're on top, and like, and women want to party with you, and like, and so you have a good time with them. They come out because they just want to bring you down. Like, he was so real in these news interviews.
Yeah.
Like, he was consistent with his messaging. And then you get these people who like apologize after murder happens, but then 2 weeks later they start acting like they have this East Coast West Coast beef again.
Yeah, and they're all like trying to fight each other and do
Yeah.
all
I
that
can't
shit.
stand it, dude.
It's like little kids got fame. It's like an
It
adult
is.
gave this
It
little
is.
fucking kid fame and said,
All
"Here,
the-
go play with it."
And they
All
don't
the
know what to do with
douchebags who are like, damn.
It's 50 Cent's son.
All those
Yeah.
douchebags who are like,
Yeah.
Fortnite is tight. They're like, hey, let me fucking listen to 6ix9ine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
You're lumping a lot of people together. You know, I don't like Fortnite, but
It's like Fortnite
They don't
people
all listen to
with
Tekashi
people who
6ix9ine.
have dogs and they act like they don't see the dog taking a shit on the lawn, and then they go play Fortnite, and then they go watch fucking Shield instead
Yeah.
of Game of Thrones.
It's like,
it's like
oh,
those people.
I've been watching GOT. Okay, you fucks.
It's like a bunch of fucking idiots who are like, oh, I'm a vegetarian, but I'm going to go eat at a burger place.
Oh, I go to In-N-Out. Can I get bread and cheese?
Let me get some more cheese, sir. Sir, can I get another serving, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like those people.
Hey, can I have the fucking e-cig?
People who say that are, how old are you, Eli? I'm just curious before we continue talking.
How you feel about people that say Tupac talked about the way he is because he's God?
What?
So he's just saying he's just popular because he's dead?
No, I'm talking about specifically like watch his interviews. I'm not coming back
Like,
to you
at
and
the
saying
moment.
that like he was one of the best.
Oh, Eddie thinks he was
Yeah,
garbage.
all right, sure. I'm not even
Eddie,
talking
why,
about that.
dude?
Tupac, I mean, Eddie thinks
Is
he's
he
garbage
is he
because.
a Biggie fan?
No, Eddie's like, oh, if they was on the radio when I was listening to rap, then they weren't good.
Oh,
also,
so he just say they were
This
mainstream.
isn't even the point I'm saying about Tupac. I'm just saying that Tupac had a consistent fucking personality. Like the music is indifferent to what I'm saying about it. So it has nothing to do with whether I'm saying Tupac is a fucking G because he's dead. That has nothing to do with my statement. I'm saying just look at his interviews.
sounded like
He was an awesome dude to listen to because he was always honest.
He's real.
And
Yeah.
he wasn't garbage, dude. That's a ridiculous thing.
Thank you, Angie. And it's fucking blasphemy.
Yeah,
You're trying,
it is.
You're trying to do a
blasphemy.
hot take, Eddie, okay?
Yeah, fucking contrarian over here.
Fucking devil's advocate.
You know what's
Keanu
funny?
Reeves shit.
Is this is a sidetrack, right? But like 2 years ago, I was like very, very Christian.
You know who Eddie reminds me of?
Someone
He
said,
reminds me of
okay, go ahead.
Will Kane.
Who?
None of you guys know who Will Kane
I
is, but
don't. Why did you-
Eddie will know who Will Kane is, and
Okay,
he's
what-
not going to be
Who's Will
happy.
Kane?
I was
He's
interested in
not
what Bruce
gonna
was
be
saying.
happy about it.
Okay, Eddie King.
Go ahead.
What were you gonna say, Johnny?
Eddie, basically, Will Kane is this dude who just says hot takes, and I
Like
like
all the
him,
time?
but he just says hot takes. Like, and you can
What does
tell
that even mean?
it means that he's just saying something stupid like Tupac is garbage just to get a reaction.
That's a hot take.
What's a hot take? Oh yeah, well that's what I mean. He's just being.
Eddie's a
contrarian.
hot taker.
Yeah.
Sir, say
yeah.
contrarian,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Who you calling ugly, Angiosperms?
Ugly mofos.
Eddie, I think.
Dang.
Yeah. 'cause-
Volin Wood.
Damn.
That shit crazy.
You can't do much about that. Okay, we'll see what Eddie has to say.
Burn, dog.
All Eddie had to say back, LOL.
Oh,
Oh, my bad. Will Kane. She was talking about Will Kane.
okay,
sorry,
sorry.
not
With
Eddie.
Kane.
That was it.
Sorry.
That's awkward.
Sorry.
But I mean, if Will Kane, if she
we made
thinks,
the assumption means it's true.
if she thinks Will Kane is ugly, I mean, Eddie, please. Because Will Kane is actually not that. He's a pretty good looking guy. You know, I
Is
would
he?
say.
don't
Well,
know,
I mean,
Who is Will Kane?
I wouldn't say he was ugly, but Angie, look who she's married to. But anyways, go ahead and continue.
Oh, this guy? Why are we talking about this guy?
Because he's on the radio. He's Eddie. Fucking Will Kane is
First
Eddie.
take,
Oh,
not
dude, I
not
can't
hot
stand
take.
that
Oh,
guy.
he probably okay. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Who's the best rapper of this time frame?
Jeff.
Who?
Jeff fat ass.
That's a good question.
Actually,
but
I was
also
gonna say
funny.
Ligma.
Nah, it's a fucking
God.
it's a
Say it.
J. Cole. You
No.
fucking idiots.
Say it.
No.
Nuts.
J. Cole. Well, I
You
mean,
think it's J. Cole, really?
well, we're talking about mainstream rappers.
The
Okay,
based god?
there he goes trolling again. If we're talking about mainstream rappers, then I would say J. Cole. But I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of other there are plenty of fucking
Yeah, there's a lot. It's kind of hard.
that you don't hear ever. That's what Eddie is getting at.
I'm
But
getting disappointed in Kendrick a lot recently. If we're
Me
talking
too.
Mainstream.
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, when that Black Panther shit came out, I was like, okay. And
Pimp
I
a
didn't-
Butterfly was
it's
amazing.
all right. Pimp
I love that
Butterfly was
album.
really good.
Huh?
Pimp a Butterfly was a really good album. I like that one.
Yeah, no, Kendrick, he is good, but it's just sort of
It's like, get over yourself.
He's pushing
Yeah, I
himself
think
to
he's
such
just
a
getting
limit that
stagnant.
he's hitting a plateau.
No, I don't think he's pushing. I think he stopped pushing himself. I think
Yeah,
that's
he
his problem
did.
right now.
I'm saying that he's grasping at this point. Like he
Yeah.
had a solid sound. Good Kid, Mad City went from that to like Pimp a Butterfly, same sort of formula for an album. Then he went to Damn, which he rewrote the fucking formula for his sort of own album. You know,
Yeah.
was less of a narrative and more of a. I feel like Damn was more mainstream than Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Pimp a Butterfly
no.
was a consistent narrative, same as Good Kid,
Yeah.
Mad
No,
City.
Dan was a lot more
From like
mainstream.
first track to ending track, it all had a story. You know, that's
Yeah.
why there was all those like asides after all those songs.
Yeah.
But now it's just like DNA and U2.
I'll definitely put J. Cole above him because J. Cole I always feel like has something to say.
KOD is probably my favorite J. Cole album. Actually, no, second favorite next to Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into that one.
What do you guys
What do you mean you didn't get into that? That's the one that you
No,
want.
I literally mean
What do
I
you
didn't
think
get
about
into it.
Childish Gambino?
Thoughts on Childish?
Childish
I think
Gambino.
I like him.
Not too hot on him.
I mean, I like him. I don't
Me
think he'll
neither.
ever really
Not
be
too
up
hard
in
on
the
him.
same categories of these
I
top
like
rappers.
I like
I-
him, but
I feel like
Yeah.
he's a pretty good.
I do like his "Welcome to America" song, and
I
well,
feel-
he makes good songs.
Yeah.
He makes good
That's
music,
what I was trying to say. Yeah, he makes good music. Yeah,
but he's not like the best
Redbone
rapper.
Redbone is really
Nas,
good.
Redbone
Nas.
is
Redbone is
hella
really
good.
good.
I
I feel like
fucking
that if
love
he really
Redbone.
settled into that genre,
Nas.
I like his voice.
Nah.
Or like
Yeah.
I like Summertime. It's catchy.
It's
It's
not.
not like Redbone, but it's like
You can't make that many songs like that. Would have been ridiculous.
no, you can't. But I'm just
Nas,
saying,
Nas,
for all
Nas,
intents and purposes.
Nas.
Jay-Z is a
Jay-Z or
joke.
Nas?
Jay-Z
Jay-Z
is the only
Jay-Z
reason.
does like spoken
So
word.
so
Jay-Z
like Jay-Z on the Black album.
Nah.
Jay-Z, no, on any album,
Hmm.
Jay-Z is the reason why I believe in the Illuminati. If somebody that horrible can be that successful, then I'm like, whoa, bro.
H
You're
to the
obviously
Izzo.
raping little boys and killing them
Fashizi.
on some weird little
What kind of fucking
and then the powers that be
conservative right wing conspiracy?
the powers that
spouting
be
off?
even old Jay-Z, bro, like when you listen to it is okay.
Old Jay Z is good.
Like,
I like old
like the
Jay-Z.
thing is that Jay-Z literally, if there is an Illuminati and sold his soul, Jay-Z
Then
is the
he
biggest
done
dude.
cashed the check in the 90s.
Nas is 100 times better than Jay-Z. Nas is a real hip hop
Yeah, but
artist.
as
Jay-Z is like,
Nas'
yo, I
latter
met a girl
albums-
and then I went to the store and I got a new car. Like, he don't even rhyme his shit, dude. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. I'm so tired of Jay-Z.
I like some of his old stuff. What about like the Jay-Z Linkin Park collab album?
Ridiculous. A joke. It's just to make money. Again, another example of the
I like
Illuminati.
that. I like Collision Course. Okay.
Yeah, I would too.
I had that
in
album.
2006, I thought it was cool.
Okay. Okay. Sure. I think
When
I'm
rock
probably
and rap, when rockers and rappers are then,
where
and when it
merging
wasn't-
left and right.
and when it wasn't 2006, and when 1992 was around, I also thought it was okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guy. Okay, this guy.
What's wrong with you? Would you just get word that you're having a baby or something?
No,
Someone
that
pissed in my cereal.
rap and rock thing. It was, temporary. It doesn't really last the ages.
It never does.
Oculus? What the fuck do you mean, Charles? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Occultist.
Yeah, he is.
Is he just trying to in a cult? Okay, he's trying to say something specific.
He is an occultist. He's in a cult, is what he's saying.
Same with Beyonce. That's why they married. It was a planned situation. They
I
knew
can't
that was
stand
going to
those
happen.
two. I literally can't stand those two.
I
It's-
really,
do you
truly-
think it's worse than Kim and Kanye?
I think every
no, I think
definitely
it's the
is.
same.
Because
It's the same?
every single song.
No,
they
Eminem
do
is not
together-
overrated, but people only say that because
His
he's
recent
white.
album is
It's called reverse
great, though.
racism. Reverse racism.
We don't want to get into that
No, why not?
because there's no reverse about it. There's no
Oh
such
my
thing
God!
as
This
reverse
this
racism.
guy who just
doesn't
feels bad
exist.
because he
There's
grew up in
just
this guy grew
racism.
up in Middle America.
Why
which
would there it be reversed?
this guy grew up in Middle America, which is racist?
So you're assuming racism only exists in one race? Like you
So
could only be
he
racist
can't-
towards
he
black
can't
people.
have an opinion towards it. So you know, No, I didn't say it had anything to do towards you.
It's
You're the one who said that.
underlying assumption.
You're the one who
Okay,
just said
what
that.
makes it reverse?
I just said reverse racist.
define
Okay,
it.
okay, fine.
Define
then.
it.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Define
You're
it.
saying
Define
that
it.
it is racist. It's just not reverse.
It's just racism. There is no reverse about
All right.
it.
I love
It's
that
not
because
Uno,
I knew
Sean.
you guys agreed,
It's
but
not
I was just
Uno.
loving what was happening
All right.
right there.
Fine, I guess if you
Basically,
want
what
to,
was
I'm
happening.
gonna play this card.
you want to feel better then. But the more simple-minded people can only accept it if we say reverse
Really
racism.
is garbage.
If we
I
say
get what you're implying. When you
No.
say that.
No, he's implying that he's garbage, which isn't true.
no, it's not. That's ridiculous. It's another Eddie opinion because
That's
he was
another hot take.
he doesn't like someone who was white and he doesn't like someone who was on the
Is
radio.
it racist because he was produced by Dre?
What?
That's like saying I have
No,
a black
He
friend.
can't conceive of that there might be racism against Eminem is what's happening.
Is that what Sean is
that's
trying
what
to?
reverse racism is. Someone who said something stupid like that.
Okay.
Oh, because he was produced by Dre. But if I were to go back in the day and be like, oh, was it really racist that what they did to Chuck Berry because his producers were white? Like, yes. Yes, there's still racism involved. So reverse racism is an ignorant fuck like that
Okay.
who thinks, oh no, white people can't.
So-
Nobody can be racist against white people. Only the white people cannot be racist.
So you're saying by proxy, them thinking that okay,
and,
that
and
individual.
I never said black and white.
No,
you
no,
did.
no, I know,
just
I
said
know.
that
I
the
was just
reverse
trying to
racism
dissect
means
what
that
you meant.
white people
Okay.
are being the subject of racism as opposed
That's
to
your
vice
definition.
versa.
That's your
what the
definition.
definition of reverse racism is. Because the world has made it to where America. You're gonna
Okay,
tell me right
okay.
now, America hasn't made it. You're in a fucking school. You're gonna tell you really lie to your kids and act like that white people aren't considered the only racist people in America.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I just
by
want to
and
know
large,
honestly, yes or no. If you honestly
What's your
gonna
question?
tell me
What's your
that
question?
the majority of America
Okay.
doesn't think of racist and automatically think of a white person.
Oh, I would concede that. Yeah.
Okay, then we don't even need to talk anymore. I'm right.
Okay. So you're conflating a lot. Okay. I agree. By and large, the underlying assumption when you think racist, you think, redneck, white, fucking conservative people. That's what you think, right? But when you throw the word reverse behind it, right? You're saying reverse racism is the individual who thinks racism doesn't exist.
So against white people.
white people.
Yes,
And that's reverse racism towards who?
white people.
So white people are racist towards themselves for thinking that there's no racism against white people?
Wait, what?
See, that's where I'm
No,
confused.
now you're just saying words to confuse me.
No. I'm trying to get it straight. You're saying that racism towards white people is reverse racism.
Okay,
So if I say all them cracker rednecks are a bunch of fucking low life ignorant fucks,
no, I guess what I
that's
get
reverse
at,
racism.
when I say reverse racism is what I'm getting at is what people when people try to overlook racism when people are just like
like when they say they don't see color.
or like saying this dude is racist because he's white. That's reverse racism. Oh, this white dude is
Okay.
racist because he's white.
So making an assumption against white people
Is
for being
reverse.
white people just
so like
existing being racist
you're hating
is
white
reverse.
people because
They're white.
they're white and you think most white people are racist. Hence reverse racism.
Okay, no, that makes sense. I'm still trying to package it a little bit more.
I mean, it's a little
So,
sloppy when you cover
yeah.
it around what I said.
Yeah, so people who, I'm like hating on white people
The
because
amount
I
of white
assume
rappers
that
that
they're
sound-
racist,
So
right?
okay, this is an example. The amount of white rappers
White
that sound like
racist.
Logic. If somebody were to say
He's not white.
If somebody were to
he's
say,
half.
yeah, he doesn't. This guy's confused. But if somebody were to say the amount of black so and so that look like so and so or sound like so and so,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be
Reverse racism.
hella racist if I said that right now.
Yeah.
Right. But if someone could say that about white people, that's my point. That's what
Then it's
reverse
reverse?
racism. Yeah, that's what
I
I mean.
still think it's just flat out
So-
racism. You're making a general assumption about
Okay,
a
fine.
race of people.
Fine. Either way, what I'm trying to get at is
get what
that
you're saying.
what I'm trying to get at is it's a cycle of racism that the ignorant country that we live in is going through, where it's just like we just think that the best thing to do is,
I get
oh,
what
well,
you're
now
saying.
we're just gonna hate on white people
Okay, I get what you're saying.
instead of moving on past racism. Now we're gonna take it all out on white people.
I'm gonna sum up what's happening in the comments, and while you guys were talking about what the definition of racism is, basically, Eddie. I've actually talked to him before. He's Valen. He said that he knows, like, technically Eminem is a good rapper, but he just prefers like feel good songs, and Eminem does lack feel good songs. That's a pretty fair criticism.
But he doesn't though.
Yeah, he
That's
doesn't have
it.
a lot. He doesn't have a lot of feel good songs.
No,
Eminem?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that
A few.
Eddie doesn't like feel good songs because he likes underground hip hop. There's not one underground hip hop song that I'm listening to like, oh, this feels,
Eminem?
Wait, did you just say
this
Dream
feels
On?
really good.
That was an Eminem song. He didn't he do a sample of that?
Oh, I thought you were saying
Aerosmith?
like the Aerosmith song.
Yeah, no, he
Of
sampled
course,
it.
Angie agrees with Reed, by the way, and fuck you, Angie. You can leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Angie doesn't really like his voice, which is also fair. Like that's a preference thing. Basically,
Eminem's?
I think everyone kind of has to admit Eminem knows what he's fucking doing when he's rapping. You may not prefer that.
It's the
but
only
you
thing he's
can't
ever
say
been good
he's
at in his
garbage.
entire life.
Well, yeah, but we only get a chance to be great at one thing usually. Except Childish Gambino, who apparently can fucking act, can fucking do
Right.
stand-up comedy, can like write for SNL, can do
Rap, R&B.
What a lucky life.
produce,
Could be fucking in
make
Honda. He
music,
could be.
act,
I could do that.
write,
Yeah,
screenplay.
I could do that. So whatever.
Well, he's been.
That's reverse racism.
He's been doing it. He's been doing it.
Ba-bow!
I'm just imagining you like in every
I
conversation.
listened to what you showed me, and I really,
You
when
don't
it-
ever listen to Underground.
and
Shut the
none
fuck
of it-
up.
none of it's feel good, dude.
Shut the fuck up. It's all feel good. It's underground feel good.
It's underground. It's
Yeah.
away from the sunshine. Feel good.
I feel like, oh, nobody listens to this. It makes me feel good that I do. Yeah, that's how I
I'm
feel.
I'm underground and it's cold and I feel good.
I feel better than most people because I've heard this and other people haven't. I'm special.
You are reverse racism.
Oh
Sean.
shit! What if you were though? Like, what if we really unpackaged the definition to the point to
Then
where
you
we
know what I
realized
Sean
that
is the
you
reverse
were-
racist.
I would
It's
waste
reverse
10. I'd
racist.
waste like 10 to 15 minutes arguing with myself about how I agree with myself, but I just don't agree with the term the way you used it, like Reed just did.
because you use it the way that you would use it.
So let me just
So you
say,
used it in a
let
way
me
that
just
you would
say,
assume
let
that
me
you would
let me
use
get rid
it.
of reverse racism for you simple-minded fucks out there, like Angie and fucking Reed. You simple-minded fucking idiots. It was racism, okay?
Oh, hey.
It's just racist. Oh, look, now I understand. You're right.
No,
It is
I don't.
racism.
Wait. but We were talking. Wait, no, but we were talking about reverse racism.
No, that
That's-
doesn't
that's
exist.
different.
Okay.
That doesn't exist.
So,
You're talking too many R words in one sentence.
So
for these
I'm gonna get a visual.
simple-minded idiots to understand. So don't say too many R's in one sentence.
Well, this
Just
made
say it's-
this made sense to me when we were talking about reverse racism.
What?
This made sense to me when we were talking
Oh,
about
okay.
reverse racism.
Okay. Well, too late. What the fuck is feel good rap? Macklemore. Look at both of these underground fans are all pissed off now because they're like, "Well, I felt good when I heard it."
Feel good rap, Macklemore.
You know what we're talking about, dude. And Macklemore is definitely not that because he's
that one song by Kyle.
or
I
Laffy
spy
Taffy.
my little
You know, we're not gonna have this
Laffy
conversation
Taffy.
with you two. We'll have
Yeah,
it. We'll
Laffy
have it in
Taffy.
person with you fucking
all right,
assholes.
yeah.
Laffy
See,
Taffy.
watch. So I'm gonna put up something for everyone
No.
just to check out. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna leave that there. So just imagine racism, but someone just throws this card at you.
I think we should have a bunch of these cards in like Sean's
So,
back
but
pocket.
I guess what you're
So-
saying is, what you're claiming is that there's been racist towards white people this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think the underlying
think
definition
that's-
is just
I
racism
think-
is racism, no matter who it's against.
But what if it's
Whatever.
reversed? That's the question you're not asking yourself. What if you put that racism
So
and put it in
so
reversal?
I'm chastising you. I'm like cracker, ignorant, blah, and then you throw it back at me. So the racist becomes racist. Is the racist subject becomes racist?
He doesn't get it.
no, he
You just don't
It's
get it.
reversed.
You know,
it's like
you need to take
I'm
the
gonna
race-
turn it.
All
I'm
right,
gonna take
all
the
right.
table
No,
and flip it.
Read. Take the racism.
That's what I said, dude. So you're just being technical about it so you can feel like, oh, this money I wasted in school was worth it. That's all this ever comes down to with you two.
No,
Is I just
no.
need to feel like the money I wasted and all the bad decisions I made in my life for this school were worth it.
No. This is all you need to do. Just take the racism and put it in reverse.
Oh, it's okay. I get it now. I'll get a better visual.
Simple.
Because you know damn well that in this country we live in, there has not been racist towards whites. And if you are going to sit here and give me examples of that, then go ahead, please. I would love to fucking see your poor lives as a white person and where you've experienced racism. Go ahead, Reed. Tell me. Go ahead, Bruce. Tell me. Go ahead. Anyone on here that's white, tell me. I have some, I guess, but I still wouldn't even call it reverse racism back then.
Here, I'm gonna
Yeah,
display
I mean,
cap,
I would just call that being a white dude
There
in
we
the
go.
wrong place at the wrong
Who goes to
time in
school,
the
though?
early 90s in the Bay Area. But it still wasn't reverse racism back then. It was, I don't trust this fucking white dude because his parents probably
What's-
want to
uh,
kill me.
sketchy.
What's that one comedian, Theo Vaughn? He was like, when I was growing up, people were telling me about white privilege. And like he was like, my neighbor was like half black, half white, and like my black friends would be like, yeah, you did this to us, you put us here. And he was like, hold on, if I did this to you, I don't think I would be living here
Yeah.
with you.
Why would I choose? Exactly.
Why would I choose to live here if I did this to you?
White man
So then
can't
you got
jump.
all these
Woody
crackers.
Harrelson.
You get all these crackers that grew up around white
I got
people.
the reverse sign up. I
Trying
should
to
have got the
tell
horn
me how to
out.
feel. It's a parking sign, by the way, but yeah.
No, see, that's your same problem. You're putting the racism in park. You need to put it in reverse.
Yeah, see, you hit the brake and then you go boop back.
Yeah.
Racism.
Reverse
Wheel back.
racism. That's how you get it.
I'm gonna let you guys continue this conversation because, I'm sure Middle Kansas and Turlock has a lot to say about, diversity.
Hey, come on now. Are
Hey.
you going? Are you?
He's gonna find someone
Would
that's
you,
white skinned or
Beers?
something. I don't know. I still don't understand it.
John?
Actually, is this about time for our break? I think it is. I think we're kind
We're
of there.
about 9 o'clock, 7, 8, 9. That's
Yep.
2 hours in.
Okay, so we're gonna take a 10-minute break, and we have a hell of a surprise for you. It's in
Just
between
wait.
Sean's legs, and it's about 3 inches. But until then,
it's not that big.
you
of a
just-
surprise.
I guess it's even smaller. Until then, though, enjoy the chat room. Enjoy whatever you're doing. We'll come back in about 10 minutes.
Get your home and everything in it covered in just 90 seconds. Old insurance kinda sucks, but Lemonade is different. When you pay us, we take a small flat fee. The rest goes to covering your stuff. So if something happens, we pay super fast. That's what you get when you have bots instead of brokers, and algorithms instead of paperwork. Best part, leftover money goes to nonprofits you care about. Seriously, that's Lemonade. Insurance powered by AI and driven by social good.
I've been exploring the wireless world of Sprint, and I've learned Sprint is building America's mobile 5G network. I've also discovered the human world through Digits,
It felt like I was living in the future.
an exciting program now available free from CuriosityStream and Sprint. Digits and other top science and tech programs are now playing free in the Sprint Theater on CuriosityStream. Discover these great shows and more at curiositystream.com/sprint. Sprint, a brighter future for all.
And I told them, like, if you want to come and get this, it's going to cost at least $5. Hey, everybody.
He said that.
I told them.
That's crazy.
Hey, everybody. We are back. The used guy, Sean Makers, Jonathan Bruce, Reed Ramses, Eddie Van Halen on the chat, ready to talk about. Oh, wait. You had something
Oh
to say.
yeah.
You
So
had
the
something to
other
say.
day I was in Trader Joe's.
Trader
and,
Joe's story from John.
Trader Schmoes.
Yeah, Trader Schmoes, and I was coming out, just buying groceries for the week, and I left my fucking door unlocked on my Nissan Altima, and so I was kind of in a rush to get back to my car, right? And I had the laptop that I bought off Reed and everything in there, so I was
What the
like,
fuck?
I already, it's not yours, so
No, I know,
Anyways.
but it sucks because like you
Oh,
probably
hella-
just totally
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah.
I'm not
Just
saying. I'm just
relax.
saying. No, I'm saying if that happened to me, I would freak the fuck
I
out.
know.
Yeah, no, I was freaking the fuck out. Anyway, so I'm walking back to the car, and I go to the passenger seat immediately instead of like the driver's seat, just to see if the the freaking laptop is there, because that's where I had it, and the door's locked, and
Oh, shit.
yeah, and so I was like,
Well,
why
mine
the hell
locked
is the
my-
door locked?
Yeah.
And so I'm just like,
Yeah, how does that
using
work?
the door handle while I'm looking for my keys,
You-
but I was
you
just
have your
kind of
keys
like,
though, right?
yeah, my keys. I'm getting my keys while I'm still just weirded out because I also just broke my other door handle, so I was wondering, is
On
this
your
like a
passenger
door
door?
handle thing? No, the driver's side.
Oh.
And then there was
Sucks.
a woman in the passenger seat, and she was screaming.
Whoa, hold on, dude. You purposely didn't tell us this story for the show?
Yes.
Okay, so we haven't
And-
heard this story
What
all
the
fucking.
fuck?
I talked to fucking Bruce on the daily, okay? Probably like on the daily, no homo, but we talk a lot. And so the fact is,
when it gets
kinda-
close to midnight,
sometimes we have some nice conversations about our feelings. But
tickling.
so this happened to you this week. Okay, so you're going into your car, you leave it unlocked, you come back out to your door, you notice it's locked, and you're wondering what the fuck's going on, and then you notice there's a girl in your passenger seat screaming.
She's screaming, and she
Why
looks.
is she screaming?
She looks horrified.
Right.
And then I realized that my Nissan Altima was actually the next car over.
God, dude. Oh my God. So what did you do?
I said, wrong car.
And you were in Stockton, dude. There was like triple homicides,
That
like
is
double
what a-
triple homicides. There's deaths happening every day, and you're over here like trying to fucking break into this lady's car, and she's just like, "Oh my
When she's
god!"
sitting right there.
That is what a rapist would say.
dude.
A
I
rapist-
bet
if a-
Stockton PD has a sketch artist. They're like, yeah, he's got this red hair,
If somebody, a red beard. A red,
and he's got a beard like this.
He's got a
and his hair was
nickname.
fucking just dangling like this.
He's got a nickname, fucking Redbeard.
Redbeard.
That fucking Redbeard, the
There's-
fucking rapist.
there's-
Yeah, that
there's-
guy.
There's like notes on like the
How
the
old?
lights in
How
the
old
parking
was this
lot.
lady?
Watch out for the Redbeard.
How old do you think this lady was?
She was like 19, 20.
Oh fucking shit,
Yeah,
dude!
just a
You
young
must have
gun.
shit
What a
that-
fucking what? She was screaming though,
Yeah, she was pretty horrified.
like screaming.
yeah, no, it was very shocking. Yeah,
And what did you do? Like,
I
Dude,
just
this
said
is-
wrong
this
car.
is wild.
Just
You didn't say
Was
immediately-
the
sorry?
window down?
No. I was shocked myself, so I could only figure out.
I walked up last week to a car and I was like looking at my phone, and I went up to a car and was like trying to fucking open it like this, and I looked over and I was like, oh shit, this isn't my car, and it wasn't even the same color or type of car, and the fucking the handle was like way high, and I still didn't think anything of it till I was like, why isn't my door opening? And I looked and I was like, this is a white SUV. This is not my
You were
car.
trying to get into a white SUV.
And
How
nobody-
does that work?
Dude, nobody was in it, and I still said, wrong car. Walked away. But if somebody was screaming, I would have been like, oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for
No,
frightening
like
you
honestly,
to
it
death.
was so shocking that the only thing I could think was wrong car. I just walked.
I would have
Hey,
felt hella
hey,
bad,
you see-
dude.
you see how
Did she
you-
stop screaming right away?
I stopped looking at her.
Did you
immediately.
walk away and then she was just still like,
No, it was honestly the most awkward 5-minute walk to my car because I was just like spinning my keys walking to my car.
Dude, looking like a total fucking sociopath.
Like,
just
hey,
I
not a-
get that one.
hey, I'm not a rapist, Cap. I was just calmly tossing my keys.
Oh yeah, Sean, Eli thinks you're a shit talker.
Eli, this is our fucking show. You want to get a show?
Oh no,
Invest
he's
in-
saying plural.
invest a couple
He's
$100
saying
in
plural.
mics.
He's saying that there's multiple shit
Yeah,
tacos.
it's like if you don't like the show, don't listen to us. This is what the used guys are. But anyways, Niners and the Raiders both over under 8.5. Wow, if that's the over under, wow, I'm definitely taking the Raiders at over, and I'm definitely taking the Niners at under for 8 wins.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Niners under 8 wins.
No, 8.5. So I'm saying that they'll win 8 wins tops.
You don't think they're gonna get 9 wins?
No, I don't. I'm saying that 8 wins is I'm being nice. I think it's gonna be 6.
You think it's gonna be 6?
I think it'll be 6 or less
6 or less.
for the Niners. Yeah, because I think Jimmy G is gonna be a bust.
I really hope he isn't with how much
I
fucking money we
cannot.
Oh,
threw
so
at
we're
him.
gonna be back on Jimmy G's a bust
Yeah.
discussion. Okay.
Well, I don't know, man. I think he's gonna be a bust, and I think that the Raiders are gonna be good. I have faith in the Raiders because we're already a good team. We just haven't had to coach. We got a good squad, dude. People need
No,
to.
you do have a good
Eddie
squad.
Eddie knows that we got a good ass squad. Let me. Can I tell you a story that I heard actually that was funny, dude? So my brother and my sisters and my dad, they all have a fucking. There's a fantasy league that they have, and it's a family league. That's why I'm not invited. And
You're not part of the family.
I'm not allowed to be. They don't like me enough to invite me. Put this clip. Save this clip. I'm not liked enough by the Magers family to be in the fantasy football league.
Control Alt X.
So, but anyways, I guess that my brother-in-law tried to pick Antonio Brown in the first round, right? He picks him, puts a name on the thing, it's a sticker, it's like one of those drafts. And then the last pick of the draft, his friend who was there, named Ty or some shit, fucking picks Antonio Brown. Because my brother-in-law accidentally put John Brown on the board when he picked Antonio Brown.
Oh my
no.
God, are you serious?
Last pick of the draft, dude.
Wait,
And
last
so-
pick of the draft. Antonio Brown
Oh,
was
thanks,
the last
Datborg.
pick.
No,
for that
because
follow.
because everyone thought
Appreciate
that
it, homie.
Casey, my brother-in-law, picked him at number 1.
Thank you,
Oh
Datborg.
my God! So he got Antonio Brown as the last pick of the draft
Yes.
because he.
So my brother-in-law's hella mad. I don't know if you ever met my brother-in-law Casey.
Oh shit!
Most even kill.
Intense dude.
No, opposite. Most
Okay,
like even
chill dude.
kill, cool, chill ass dude. Right. And I guess my brother, you met my brother, is the
Yeah.
opposite. Like always joking, being
Yeah,
a dick.
yeah.
So everybody was like making fun of that moment, right? Like kept bringing it up. And so my brother goes to the dude and he's like, "Man, you gotta give Casey that pick. Like you knew what he meant. He meant the pick Antonio Brown. You gotta give it to him." And he goes back over to Casey, and Casey was like, "No, Mike, just stop, drop it. It's enough, drop it." And it, like, dude, like I'm telling you, like. If you knew Casey, you'd be like, "Damn, this motherfucker was mad." Like he's
Intense.
I've known him for years. He's been married for a decade to my older sister. Like, and he's like he's the coolest dude, in the family.
That's a terrible story.
But like, yeah, dude, he was pissed. Like he was pissed because he thought he picked Antonio Brown, and then his friend picked him at the last second, and so it's like this debate. Like they got like, should they vote on it that we all knew he picked
Thanks, Be Hard to
Antonio
Kill.
Brown,
Appreciate it.
or should we?
No. I would vote no.
That's what I said. Because if it was
fucked up.
online, that happens online. all
Also,
the
that's
time.
the first pick. You're gonna like if it was like a 5th, 4th round. Oh, number one, that's not even a debate, but it's your first round pick.
yeah. And
How do you mess that
it was
up?
John Brown in the top 50.
Because also it asks you to confirm. It says the name again and
then
asks
they-
you to confirm.
He confirmed it after that point.
Yeah, because he
What
picked
if-
it. in his
No, it doesn't. No, it says you just. I told you this is a live draft at the house, so you're just taking the stickers, and then my
Oh,
my
it's
older
old.
So
sister
they did it like a classic
puts it in.
analog, like goddamn.
a lot of
like-
people do that.
Oh, just
Yeah.
for the aesthetic, I guess.
Yeah,
What was that one show?
a lot of people do
What
that.
was that?
Oh,
It's like you throw a
I know
whole
what you're
party.
talking
You
about.
throw a whole party.
Right.
What was that TV
The League.
show?
It was the
The
League.
League is
Yeah.
good,
It's a good
dude.
show.
It
It's
really
a
was.
funny
I
show.
like that
Yeah.
show.
It was a great show. Yeah.
Every time I watch that show, I'm like, God, yeah, fantasy football is the greatest.
It really is. It's a
Like,
great
They,
show.
just-
and
looks
they had
so
a good
good.
cast of people for that show. They were hella fun.
Did you
Yeah,
guys
it's-
ever see Tag?
Yeah, I watched it.
Was it good?
It was good.
I thought it
was-
would be. I
It
thought
wasn't
it would
that
be.
good.
It's
but
all right.
It was. I didn't think it was. I thought it was gonna be terrible. So for that,
be hard to kill.
Wow, that's dark
New chatter here. Welcome to the chat. Really
My
like your
fucking
no
mic is
bullshit
fucked up,
rules.
just so you guys know.
What's okay?
So if people are watching, like, what is Sean doing? My mic stand is fucked. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to fix
I
it.
think it's fixed. Be hard to kill. He likes our no bullshit chat rules, but he also wants to know what we do outside in the regular world.
We masturbate.
Yeah,
a lot.
Sean does that a lot.
So
League is great
and that
because
happens
they're
in different
each
shifts in the
equally
day.
irredeemable.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. How do you
Um,
guys feel about
ye-
sports?
you have the AM pleasing, the PM pleasing. The got off work.
What are you talking about?
He's masturbate.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. The
God,
different
I
shifts
thought
you
we were
work.
actually
Yeah, yeah.
answering the question.
No, we are answering the question. He said, "What do we do outside the virtual reality?" And he said, "Masturbation." And I'm explaining the shit.
but we also masturbate in virtual reality too.
yeah, it's actually
It's
it
good you
happens,
guys
yeah.
spread it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's you know
Spread my
because
semen out all over
oh
the
hey,
place.
Oh my god,
gosh,
that's
hey,
really
yeah.
really a thing. That's
Yeah.
really a thing.
No, he
yeah.
does. He actually when it comes like does this.
Let's
he
talk about
sprays
esports.
it. Yeah, so it spreads out.
No, we will talk about esports.
I don't like them that they call them sports.
I don't like that either. I don't
Why?
either.
Why?
because it's not.
It is
What's
though.
not?
What is a sport?
A sport is where you have to do something physical in your sweat.
What's
Poker
not a sport?
isn't a sport.
and
So you're saying poker and like other
Poker's
things
not a sport.
Those are cards. That's not a sport.
Yeah,
that's a game. That's not a sport.
game. It's not a sport. You,
Okay.
I never
so
knew.
your definition of sport is like physically doing something.
Something that takes a man to do. Yeah.
So
Okay,
so
that's
you, so you
it's pretty
wouldn't-
limiting definition. Oh my god.
So you want to put cheerleading in a sport?
Men cheerlead.
Okay, so you would. Okay, so you're qualified for sports.
No,
is
all
if-
right. It's not
That's
necessarily
pretty absurd.
men.
That's pretty limiting.
But what I'm saying is,
I thought it
when
was
I think of
interesting.
sports, it's like a physical thing. Is a sport.
I feel like the
Like call it e-games because that's what you're doing. You're playing electronic games. Call e-games.
right. But what about
EA
like the
games, yeah.
Olympics?
They only call it esports.
The Olympics.
Hold
Those
on.
are just games.
They
no,
call
those are
it-
sports. Those are
But let's
sports.
be honest.
Yeah, but they call them the Olympic Games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's sports and games.
I
Like,
feel like they could become synonymous to a certain
basketball
degree.
is also a game. Football is also a game. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's not a sport.
Electronic sports, but there's no. To me, there's no such thing unless you're like.
I
Sports,
feel
what
like
is this,
it's,
e-cigarettes
it's
all
an
of a sudden?
effort. It's an effort to bring games and video games into the mainstream. That's
so
all
I'm
it
not
is.
against esports. I'm against the name.
The
is what
name
I'm agreeing
of
with
the
Eddie.
classification.
I'm agreeing with Eddie on one thing
Yeah.
Let's
tonight.
see what a definition of sport is.
And the one thing I'm gonna agree with Eddie on is tonight, at least, is
But
the
they
fact that I think
involve
that's
physical
stupid.
exertion. You
Okay.
physically exert yourself.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here.
He
Definition.
just
what
he
makes
just
a
he just
sport?
put the definition up there. An activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. Definition.
Prove it.
All
Let me see.
intents and purposes, esports is a thing.
Actually, you know what?
They are sports.
It takes skill. I can name a lot of players that show that. Johnny
Yes,
Manziel,
so-
for example,
yeah, well,
doesn't
hold on.
take skill.
Let me answer this about Eddie. NASCAR actually does take a lot of because I
Physical
know
because they have to sit there and shit themselves in their
No.
suit and they piss themselves.
no, but like
Yeah,
I've
they do.
seen-
They
okay,
wear
well, that-
diapers,
but
dude.
I'm not. I'm saying that's
you
not the
serious?
reason.
Yeah,
They wear diapers.
they wear
Please.
diapers. Think about how long the race is.
They wear diapers.
They don't have time to go shit and
Oh
piss.
shit, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. What like
Sorry, Sean.
how many people that have done NASCAR do you think have been like had like diarrhea?
A lot.
We're just like squirting out in their diaper the entire time.
Have you seen that documentary
We
of
were
like
trying to talk about something mature.
racism,
Sean.
racism?
Racism. It's racist racism.
Nah, but it does take a lot of physical. Like I know it doesn't sound like it, but just imagine holding onto your wheel. If you ever held onto your car wheel like this for like 20 minutes,
But
and
to
then
be-
you're like
but then
super tired, and
Yeah.
so
It's like
but
20
they're
hours.
doing that. Yeah, they're doing that for like
Not 20, but a
4
long
hours.
time.
and they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
do it so meticulously.
Yeah.
Like you have to get the
It's-
curves
and they're
perfect
going
and
so
everything.
fucking
It
fast.
isn't
But-
as I'm not gonna sit here and defend NASCAR too much, but I am gonna at least defend it and say that it is a sport.
The dictionary adapts and changes. I would have to agree with that statement.
But to be clear, we are not saying that Rocket League is not a sport. We do think that Rocket League is a sport, right?
No.
Okay.
I
then
think that
Rocket League is
esports.
a
I'm in the
sport.
camp that
I
says
think
esports is a
e-games-
sports.
E-games
By
is
the
awesome.
definition, by the
games.
dictionary definition, e-games. I
EA
feel like they're
games.
sports. There's two teams and they compete for
Wait,
entertainment
so
purposes.
you do think it is a sport?
He does.
Yeah, I do.
Then what's the difference between a game and a sport?
So
a game and a sport.
hold on. So are we watching?
No.
So
I don't care about like.
am I
the
watching an
fucking
athlete when I'm
Websters.
watching some cunt in the background fucking
Like under your
eating frozen
definition,
burritos?
If we play
Okay.
Monopoly,
And a-
that's a
and a-
sport.
Can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
Eating frozen burritos and has a fridge of Red Bull in the background. That's an athlete.
That's a different setting. That's a streamer. That's not for like the Overwatch League. That's a sport,
But that's a game.
right? But it's a sport.
Okay, all right. What distinction then would you make between the Overwatch League and football?
The Overwatch League in football.
Yeah.
It's just a different game.
Oh man. So if I put my two fingers up like this and you start
Let me
kicking a
see here.
paperweight in between them, are we doing sports?
Yeah,
That's a game.
according
You
to
would-
that.
You would yeah.
According to his theory, yes.
So then we're doing sports.
According to his theory, this is sports. If we made this,
Let's see
if
here.
we made rules of this,
Oh, I'm gonna get your right.
Oh, this is
A
sport.
game and a sport are entirely different. A game involves more than one person, and a sport pertains to only an individual's skills and performance.
Thank
physical
you.
activity. Sport
Thank
is
you.
carried
Physical.
out under an agreed set of rules.
Physical.
Sport is related
Physical.
to recreational
Physical.
purpose.
Physical.
Hold on, wait. Go back to the
They
chat.
are physical.
Shh, go back to the chat.
You're moving your fucking thumbs.
Go back to the
That
chat.
is physical.
Go back to the chat and go back up to this idiot.
It's reaction time. It's guts. It's communication.
Go back
it's
to-
moving your hands so that you have a
guts,
precision.
guts. The guts in a fucking Overwatch game is all I'm gonna have to be respawned.
No.
Never say that.
No,
Never say that.
when you use
Guts,
your
you-
ultimate, when you're supposed to go get a specific kill, when you're supposed to go do all these other things, you don't know the nuances of these
That's
games.
like saying chess is a
You
sport.
can lose your fucking.
your reaction
Then
time when
chess-
you're trying to be a sniper
Is
class.
chess a sport to you? Because
and you have to adjust your
It's chess a sport.
sensitivity
It's
for
chess a
your
sport.
mouse.
It's chess a
chess
sport.
Is
sport.
chess a sport?
Yeah.
Does it involve physical exertion?
You're according
Yes.
to you.
Chess is a sport.
So then, so is masturbating. So is getting up and walking.
So
is what
There's
we're doing.
competitive
Right.
walking.
But what we're doing right now is
Fast
a sport.
walkers.
What we're doing right now is a sport.
What we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, this isn't
Yes.
a
Oh,
sport.
yeah, it
no,
is.
if we're
It's
competing-
physically,
Why?
it's physically.
If we're competing,
There's no goal.
Yes,
there's
there is.
no.
Yes, there
there's
is.
no
Yeah,
wins
there is.
and
We are
losses.
competing against other podcasts for market
Yeah.
share,
Thank you.
and we're using physical exertion. We get fucking hungover every
Yeah.
Monday morning doing this shit.
You know how hard it is to fucking wake
we,
up
we
hungover.
take our
on Monday?
breaks and say, how can we entertain people? We almost break our phones. Like,
Sabat's the only one watching Insta
I gotta
there's
fucking.
a lot
I gotta,
of physical exertion.
I
This
gotta
is a
pick
sport.
up. I gotta pick up my nephew tomorrow. Take him to fucking school. Babysit him for 2 hours, which I'm gonna enjoy. But I'm gonna be hungover probably.
That's a sport. No, I'm just
That
kidding.
means that this
That's
is
not
a sport.
That's not a sport. That's not
Why
a
is
sport.
this not a sport? We're competing against other podcasts.
I do not agree with Reed any longer.
Good. Speak of
That's
the devil.
awesome. I'm gonna go back to this fucking definition. Thanks, Eli
Oh,
Graphics.
appreciate the host.
Thanks for the host. For
looking.
these formal definitions of what a game and what a sport is.
No, and there's no team. Well, unless he's talking about masturbating.
We should start
Which, hey,
a
there could be.
masturbation league.
There could be a team.
Like,
Okay.
what would that competition look like?
I would win it. I know that.
So I'm gonna let
I
the
know, is that 'cause you're
Guardian.
fast,
I'm gonna let
though?
the
Oh, I can make myself come.
Guardian's gonna settle
If I'm
this.
jerking like I've said before, if you can't make yourself come when you're jerking yourself off in less than 5 minutes, then you're an idiot.
oh,
chest
no,
being
that's a
relatively
huge problem.
cerebral is
Like,
comparison with
who masturbates to masturbate longer than 5 minutes?
I don't know. That's depressing.
I'm
though.
trying to bust a nut and get on, dude.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of life to live outside of it.
And my batteries don't always have that much life when I'm jerking off and to my phone.
Yeah. That's true. I mean,
for real.
yeah, you ever feel like that? Like masturbation is just kind of like the punctuation marks, the punctuation
damn
marks
it,
on the day. You know
Guardian.
what I mean? Like you got to have your sentence at some point.
Like, no, sometimes I feel like I'll eat a big meal and I'm like, I'm going to work this off by jerking off because I'm not going to go anywhere for the rest of the day.
You're gonna work it off by jerking off. What
Yeah.
do you mean? Like you're gonna like burn the
Yeah,
calories?
I'm going to burn some calories.
Like
I'm going to
that's
jerk
literally
off.
okay. So now that may be a sport. Like
Can-
you're competing against
my.
Reed's definition. You're competing against your
And it's
calories.
Physical.
It's
yeah.
physical
Well, more
exertion.
than
It's a
one
competition.
person. Yeah.
Are you gonna outpace your fat?
Right.
through-
And am I losing calories through the bust of cum?
Right, which means you're like you have score points. Like how many
Right.
calories did I burn in this one?
Yeah, and then you
yeah.
also get to see like you're fighting your hydration because you're like, oh, that was like half
There's,
a,
yeah, there's
half
a lot
a
of sweat,
tablespoon.
especially if you did it under a
the
blanket.
amount of jizz I'm talking about.
Oh, the amount. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Reed, that matches your definition of sport.
Yep, that's a sport.
Every
everybody.
time Sean masturbates, it's
Okay,
a sport.
So here it is.
So I'm the
okay, I'm
biggest-
gonna read this. I'm just gonna read this real quick. Just
Probably
let me
the
read this.
biggest athlete
Sport
that's watching
sport
the
involves
show.
individual skills in game. It is a collective responsibility of a team. Sport is a based on physical energy in game, based on
Physical
mental
energy.
mental strength.
What did you
game
find this on?
relies on
I like how we
strategy.
found
Sport
the most convenient
based on
definition.
individual performance and luck. 4. Sport is an activity or activities in which material capabilities of the sports person are.
This
looked
is what I
upon.
hate about
It is an entire
2018.
performance
No,
of the player that
This is what I
determines
hate
the winner
about
in the game.
people in 2018. They're like, well, let me go through one of the hundreds of thousands of websites that are out and find the one that agrees with me so I can bring that up.
Though. It's
I just randomly looked at
well,
it.
that's why that big data book was
Masturbation
written,
is a
right?
meditative
Like
stress relief.
people literally just use Google just to fucking find the agreement. Like people will just type in the
Merriam-Webster.
sentence. Like someone's like, like Donald Trump is like fucking amazing, man. Every time I talk to a Donald Trump supporter, they're like, oh yeah, he's getting everyone out of DC that was like part of corporate culture. Then I'll mention like Betsy DeVos, the
Who's trying to
Department
put
of Education
guns
woman,
in teachers'
and they'll be like,
hands.
yeah, well he hasn't had the opportunity to get her out yet. And I was like, no, he appointed her, and he's like, oh really? That was a conversation I had with Ty, and he was like,
He didn't
oh,
know that?
oh, he appointed her. I was like, yeah, he appointed her. But that's because like people, whether it's with masturbation or sports, like Reed, well, with Donald
Read the
Trump,
rest.
they'll type in sports is good with games, right? Or video games are sports,
I just
right?
said sports versus games.
No, you didn't. You
Oh
fucking
my,
lying son
I'll
of a
pull up the
bitch.
history,
You know
We're
you
not
know.
talking
assholes.
politics. All that was just to
Oh,
get
no,
back
politics?
to talking shit about Reed.
Yeah,
fucking
it all
saying,
comes
It all
back down
comes
to
back
Reed.
to me. Okay.
saying video games are sports like an asshole.
I think they are.
Well, we already found out under that logic. Then every time Sean
no,
masturbates,
bro.
it's a sport.
No politics. Yeah. The only politic I have here is that esports are fucking sports, okay?
They're e-games.
You got to do it with the sports.
And I'm not hating on the fact.
That's a Sean Megas
not-
quote.
I'm not hating on the fact that they're a competitive like game. I'm not hating on
No,
that.
no, it is a competitive.
And
game,
I'm
but
not
it's-
So
hating
we're
on
drawing the line at
And I'm not
game.
hating on the rise of esports. I love the rise of esports.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
The fact that
I was just commenting on one viewer who commented saying esports. I like esports, but I don't like the name. And I
feel
said
you.
I agree.
Right. Okay.
No,
I
you know
feel
what was really cool is like 2 weeks ago I saw on Sports Center highlights from fucking Rocket League.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so dope. Like I'm happy
Yeah.
for where it's going, and I think it's
Yeah.
really awesome. You know, it's just fun. It's fun that
Right.
it's meeting that culture,
yeah,
and they're
But
kinda
I'm trying to
inviting
get
it.
at the reason why it's called esports is a big deal. Is why that has to do with it is a channel like ESPN.
Hey, you guys should
debate.
debate about politics right there. We'll continue.
Oh yeah, we'll just kind of commentate this chat politic debate.
But do
So,
you understand what I'm
please,
saying?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
I know what you're saying. I know
So-
what you're saying.
Yeah, I get it. I
Wait,
can agree to
so
disagree.
wait, are you? So you don't agree?
No.
Have these not been on the screen the whole time?
What do you mean? I don't know what the fuck is happening with.
Do you think that's important to streamers? Like, do you think a lot of streamers like to think that, like, when they're part of these leagues, anyways, those type of streamers,
That is a sport?
do you think they like to think that?
No.
So this is just a you thing?
Yeah.
Is there any part of the community that likes to think that you have
Probably.
been exposed to?
Yeah.
You haven't been exposed to it yet, though.
I mean, I haven't talked to people high up in like esports sort of circles,
Mm,
but I assume that since it's called esports, that they would defend the fact that it is a sport.
God, that's so douchey. I just think it's
It's just the way it is. I mean,
it's-
But can I please finish why they call it esports?
sure.
I mean,
Go ahead.
ESPN. They got a TV deal with ESPN, entertainment, sports, something.
Well, they have the Major League Gaming (MLG),
Okay,
which
but
is
I'm
different.
saying they
Major
didn't
League
call it-
Gaming
so
calls
they
it
didn't-
gaming, though.
But they didn't call it sports until it was on a station that had sports in its name.
labels
Fair.
matter. Labels matter.
They didn't have sports in it until they had sports in its name.
Well, I mean, I don't care about. I actually literally do
Until
not
they
care.
went on a station. I'm trying to say that they only use that for marketing, anyways.
Well, no, I don't care
Right.
about the label. I mean, you can. Call
Well,
it
but they
esports. I'm
also
fine
have
with that.
schools, though. That's a good topic because
they
there's-
do League of Legends and other schools.
Yeah, look, Eddie's like the biggest athlete of all of us.
Yeah, no, Eddie's
Eddie's a
professional
Heisman.
in Arctic.
He's a Heisman fucking trophy winner in Arctic Monkeys.
That shit's ridiculous. Just coding the entire time.
But you know how tired his fingers got? I mean,
well, I know.
you know how
I mean,
exhausted I got when I'd be
he's,
there.
yeah, I mean,
You'd be there.
Of
You were
course,
there.
there
You were
you go,
there.
so it worked
You know how
out.
exhausting it was to watch him play that game for
no,
fucking.
dude. When I would
Wait, what happened?
the Arctic Monkeys game that Eddie plays, you know, that we talked about it before in one of the other episodes, where he just fucking types code and it's you only see code.
Here's
You
what
don't
Arc-
see any
Oh, the
visuals.
mud,
Is
the
this the
mud
te-
game.
is
I
this
know what
it?
you're talking about.
Is this the thing?
Here, hold on. I'll get you to another screen.
No, I want to type.
He wants to type there.
Oh, you want to type in
I
chat?
want to chat.
Okay.
I'm going to show
Yeah,
you.
go ahead.
Here's Arctic Monkey. Here's Arctic Monkeys.
Viewers. This was a mud. The mud is.
This is
it's
literally the whole game, bro. That's literally the whole fucking game.
It's a text-based game. That's
Yeah.
No, it's terrible to
all.
watch.
Oh, 10.
At one point, Eddie will just be typing and be like, "Yeah, there's like 3 dragons around me. It's fucking crazy. Oh my god, I just lost my sword." But all you see is just like fucking.
You just see him going like.
You just see
Well,
text.
because old
But
video
that-
games didn't have the
that,
graphics.
according to you, is a sport. You can see where this kind of gets in a quandary here.
Yeah, but there's no.
Yeah, now you're
there's
silly
no
like
other-
the reverse racism.
There's no other team.
Now who looks like a
there's no other
silly-ass
team.
motherfucker?
Eddie, back me up, Eddie.
Yeah. No,
There's
Eddie's,
no other team.
Eddie's on our side.
Are you saying this is an online? If there's an online exchange, if it's like you have to do this, you have to do that.
So
right?
So then if I buy
There is
something
other teams.
from someone,
He's playing
under
against-
that definition,
Hold on,
that
wait,
would
wait,
be a
wait.
sport.
It is
if I
other-
go on
Okay.
eBay,
No, it is. The shit he gets,
Oh,
no
shit,
no
I
other
think our
people.
camera died.
The shit he gets, not
Let's go with
other
the other
people
one.
can get.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit, the camera died.
The shit he gets, not everyone else can get. So like, if he goes in and he steals something, then they got it, and the other team doesn't get it, and you become powerful like that. It's
Yeah.
literally like, I mean, the idea of the game is tight.
No, it is tight. It is tight. I need to see things.
See, look, there's other.
Oh yeah,
clans.
that's a depiction of Eddie's
Eddie's
game.
game, exactly.
We should have just let Chad up there and just been like, three guys talking, Bruce talking.
That's that's what that's
Yeah, but we
I
have
mean,
a backup camera.
But what's dope about it for Eddie's sake is that he actually made friends. He met people. Like
Through this
I think
mud.
he went
That
to
was how
like a
gaming- this
wedding
old
or
gaming.
something.
He
or
met
like,
he met his wife from that fucking.
yeah, he met his wife. He met his kid actually that he didn't know existed, which was crazy.
What?
He was
I
like,
do?
"I'm your dad." He was like, "Yeah." And then
We've
they're like,
been-
"Well, let's get a sword together."
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy.
And
Yeah,
they were
yeah, we
tight-
do.
and
Eli
they-
graphic. Hey,
Eddie-
Eli, are you the one that does graphic design? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt everything.
Thanks.
No, we just wanted to talk about his family.
That's cool, bro. Just keep.
No, you continue. I'm just gonna look
Nah.
at it in
Oh
chat.
yeah, we can continue now.
Yeah.
We were done. He met his wife
We
and his
shouldn't
kid.
judge Eddie. Yeah, you
We
could
shouldn't.
judge Eddie. That's
We
that's
shouldn't.
fine.
We shouldn't.
He's
We know
judgy.
Eddie. He's our friend. He's our friend in real life.
Yeah, he's in.
So
yeah.
that's why we judge him.
Mm-hmm.
Only God can judge him. Well, we're his God.
Yeah, it's on
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes. Yeah. I've been wanting to say that for a while now. By the way, I've been working on my Red Skull accent after watching it.
Red
This
Skull
is
accent.
Ross Marquand, take one, playing Hugo Weaving as the Red Skull. Go.
Hello, Thanos,
Oh my god.
son of Alos,
Can you stop? This is terrible already.
Gamora,
This is terrible.
daughter of Thanos.
This is so. He's trying to do Hugo
Who is
Weaving.
this?
That was awful. That was Hugo Weaving.
Hello, Thanos.
What is he
Oh,
like?
nice,
Like a
Eli.
drunk, sleepy Irishman?
Hello,
Yeah,
Thanos.
You know, like,
watch it,
I really
bro.
need graphics.
That's how he says
and
it.
we need
It's a
we need
distinct-
use guys emotes.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna clip that and ask everyone, was that a good Hugo Weaving impersonation? Because that shit was miserable.
Hello, Thanos.
What is it? Like a sleepy pirate or something? Hello.
All right, fine.
Hello.
All right, let me try another line. Let me try another line.
been waiting.
Let me try another line. Here's what he says. It is my curse to know all that travel here.
What are you doing?
I was trying too hard. It is my curse to know all that travel here. Okay, now you know what? I'm too stuck on Game of Thrones accents.
Yeah, I think that's actually what you're doing.
Okay,
Because
for
I
sure
could do
you
a
are.
Game of
That is
Thrones
Game of
accent. Like if this is
All right,
Game of Thrones.
take one.
All right.
Go.
It is my curse to know all that travel here.
I mean, you're pushing
It
it.
is a
Very
fight.
Game of. You sound
It's
like
a
Peter
fight
Dinklage.
among the North Wall. Jon Snow.
Relax it a little bit.
Okay.
Jon Snow.
It is my curse to know all that travel here.
There you go. That's better. Yeah. Go. Keep
There's
going.
there's
Blood.
beast.
The
There's,
blood is on your hands.
there's beast among the wall.
Your wife wants milk from the grocery store. Go.
You want milk from the grocery store, love? Well, then I guess I'll have to go, but you best know
You want fat free, but she wants 2%.
if there's 2% of fat free, that the White Walkers will be going after the fat free. So I better get to 2% before it's too late.
But you're trying to watch your calories.
But I'm trying to watch my calories. So you know that if I want to kill a White Walker, I've got to do it in time, love.
Mm-hmm. You know, it was okay. It was okay. You know, it's okay.
it was
It's
okay.
a lot better than your Hugo Weaving shit that you just tried to pull. That shit was fucking
Well,
miserable.
me and
as shit.
me and
that's PogChamp.
I guess we all have
Eddie.
tattoos, but he only has one. So
I have 7.
I have 4.
Where?
That's cool.
That's fucking giraffes,
Also
baby.
cool.
Fucking giraffes.
Hey, Eddie gave us $1.
Giraffes.
Hey, thanks for that donut.
Thanks
Thanks,
for
for
the
the
dollar.
biddies. Thanks for the 100 biddies. It's PogChamp is what that emote is, Eddie.
We won't spend that in one place, Eddie. Promise you.
Yeah, we won't.
We'll go to like a quarter gum machine or something.
I was gonna say something, but then I forgot.
Something. You're welcome. I did it. Yeah.
Hey, that was a good joke, man. Never heard anything like that. Anyways, what do we want to talk about next? I mean, we got about 15, 20 more minutes left on the show. You know, we're open to suggestions. Anything you guys want to talk about? Last segment, it's up to you. A random giraffe. A random giraffe. That's not cool, man. It's that.
That's not.
That's not a random giraffe. Don't say that about the giraffe. So what's going on, guys? What do you guys got anything coming up this week while they figure out what the fuck
my
we should talk
birthday.
about?
My birthday
yeah.
is Wednesday.
Sean
Dirty,
shit.
Mega's birthday.
dirty,
Actually,
30.
Me, Eddie, and Sean all have a birthday in the same week.
Yeah, but mine is first.
Okay.
So the 29th of August, same day as Michael Jackson. Celebrate my 30th birthday, everybody. Take a shot for your boy. Cheers right now.
Cheers to Sean Megas.
Cheers.
He's going to be
30.
30 before the next episode.
30.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Shit. Oh, yeah.
Did you call me a dipshit?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Clip.
Honesty.
Clip that.
I'll clip it.
Gaming.
Yeah, dilly, huh? I expect my gift this week. But anyways,
What
you
you guys do besides game, movie watching off screen, dilly? Yeah, it's just about dilly.
we work.
Yeah, we
you
make
know,
we try to make money so that we can live in this.
this
expensive state.
guy streams on his on Gifted Alt.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
stream games on here.
Stream to you guys, dilly, the Bud Light, Boo Light, dilly, cheers. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this guy streams. If you guys ever want to watch it throughout the week, just stay up on our channel. Reed streams all the time, playing
Yeah, same channel.
different games on
building
Twitch.
up that shit. He's competing with Twitch girls, so
He's
got
a
lot to
really
work
big
with.
athlete,
Yeah.
a really
Yeah.
big.
Yeah,
athlete.
no, if you watch him, you'll be like, God damn, that's so athletic. Because the way,
Dude, you
like,
watch my
well,
Overwatch
because
gameplay, okay?
your right hand handles the mouse, right? I swear to God, dude, if you
Yeah.
just put the camera a little bit more on the way your right hand
Some
handles that
people,
mouse.
you know that some streamers
it's
actually put their
amazing.
camera on their hand to watch their mouse movements.
No, I
Yeah.
know, because I feel like that, like your juke moves and the way you move to the right from a 90-degree angle is exceptionally
Are you
impressive.
calling me fat right now? I feel like Angie's calling me
That
fat.
body size shower mirror.
Yeah, she's calling
We
me.
already have one, Angie. What are you talking
I
about?
think she's saying I'm fat, dude.
No, she's not.
Actually,
She's just
no. This is a
saying
segment we had to
something-
talk about.
being a
Was
weirdo.
Sean's weight gain? Where did it come from? What was the what type of food do you think?
Oh, hey,
Alcohol.
there's a good
the
question.
alcohol. Yeah, it was. For me
Whose
too.
idea was it to come up with the talk show?
It was mine.
We were actually talking about that right before because Sean, for a lot of years, was talking about doing a podcast. He always mentioned it to me, but I was like always doing debate with Reed. We were like debaters and we were debate coaches
Yeah,
when
we
we were
never
doing
had
our
any
master's
time.
program. And like masters, you're just constantly writing essays and then coaching and then teaching after that. So didn't have time. But Sean and I wrote like we would just write comedy skits. We would write jokes together. When I lived in Sacramento, we would do music together. So we always kind of had creative outlets. But then when I moved to Stockton for like 5 years, we were kind of apart. But then he kept on mentioning to me, I want to do a talk show. And then finally, I graduated.
Smoked all the weed.
I was so fucking bored in
I
life
mean, it's his weed, but you know he could.
that I was like, you know what? We can actually do it. And I was like, and Reed would be a perfect third person. And that's kind of how it got started. So, we just came to Reed's
Yeah.
and we,
Because Bruce and I had streamed Rocket League together before.
Yeah,
here, and
yeah.
had done shit together.
so I knew like Reed already had the know-how. Reed already had the technology. Reed already had like the platform.
I had the talent.
Sean had the hosting abilities.
And I'm really just the glue in between.
His competitive masturbating tournament.
Yeah.
It does
Well,
help that
Sean,
that is.
why don't you start streaming this? Your
What?
masturbation sport, since Reed says
Yeah.
it's a
Well,
sport.
like I said,
like
it's
a nice
streaming it.
medium shot.
It's
No,
only
no,
like-
no dick.
because
because
people,
it's only like 3 to 5 minutes. It's not going to be very.
and
long.
you're like
well,
reading chat at
but
the same
people-
time. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Thanks for
exactly.
the donation.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I guess I could stream.
That'd be
like,
weird.
I could stream like the process of me picking the video I'm gonna jack off
Well,
to.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like the comprehensive experience, like how you set your bed. How do you set your bed?
Yeah, of course.
Or
I
what do you do in the
It just-
bathroom?
It matters where I'm sitting. I'll just find.
So you're just sitting
Sometimes
in a chair.
I'll literally look around. I'll be like, if I could come in that, I'm gonna grab that. And I'll be like,
wait. What are you grabbing?
Wait.
a
What?
towel
This is the thing.
or a napkin.
You just like
use
these
towels?
are
Do you
things
use
that
kitchen
go
towels?
through your
No.
fucking head. You're just like, hey, that looks
Hand
like a nice
towels.
hand towel. Look at that hand towel.
Wait.
Oh, look, there's a sock that I'm never
Hey,
gonna
it's
wear.
like that
Or like,
meme.
say you got a sock that like had a hole in it and you just saw it right
Have you
there,
ever
Hey.
used a sock?
like over my dick?
Yeah.
Oh
No.
my God. Hey,
Okay.
it's like that meme. That's a nice hand towel. It'd be sad for someone to fucking jizz in it.
That's exactly how I think.
and
then-
that is how your mind is wired.
So okay. So
usually,
enough.
usually I'm watching something,
How can I clean
and then I
this
see
up?
some titties, and I'm like, well, now I gotta jack off. Great,
Oh my god.
great. Now I gotta ejaculate because I seen some boobies and I'm by myself.
that's as
True
simple as that.
grit,
It's kind
honesty.
of like a. You know,
So
like,
I hit the home button on the Xbox, go down to the Internet Explorer, boom, it's
You do it
already
from
it's
the box?
already
Oh, wow,
yeah,
you
on
do
the
it
big
from-
screen.
What if you got a fucking virus on your Xbox?
I probably do,
Some
because-
fucking malware.
Dude, I probably do. You know how much fucking cum I've been masturbating pornos.
Oh, thanks, Eli. I'll hit you up, brother. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it.
You know
Later.
what I'm saying? I just keeps it real with y'all.
Yeah,
So,
no doubt.
I mean, yeah, you know, I jerk off as much as anybody else. I'm just better at it than you guys.
I guess so, dude. Because you're clocking them out. You're just boom. Have you remember that?
See you later, bro. Have
You
a good
remember
night.
that first week, that first scenes of Wolf of Wall Street when Matthew McConaughey is like, yeah, you need to up
Yeah.
that. You need to up that number.
They're jerking off.
Yeah, exactly. You need to be doing. He's just like, I do it in my sleep. He's just like, I do it. It just reminded me of that fucking scene because it's fucking so ridiculous.
Yeah.
What would your team name be?
That'd be such a
let me think of it,
sport
dude.
to judge. You know, his form.
You know what I would call my team name?
was
The
very
Finish Line.
consistent.
Finish line.
Because we were already there by the time you got there. We're already at it, dude.
Every time that's the press's first question every time. It's like, Sean, what's the name? Like finish line, because we've already got there.
Because that's where we are at all
Because
times.
that's where we are.
Oh, hey, where you been? I'm cleaning up, zipping up my pants by the time you walked into the room. I'm like this. Oh, hey, how you doing? You doing okay? And you're like, oh, man.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? I just won this tournament.
I'm done. Finished him.
Well, there you go. See, Reed, this is what happens when you say this is a sport. We get
Everything
conversations
turns
like this
into a
now.
fucking sport.
Yeah.
This is not. This is you are fallacious.
Yeah, but see,
This is a slippery slope.
it's not a
You have fell down the muddy slope on the side of the wall.
The muddy waters.
The muddy waters. You fell into the shit creek, bro.
Oh gosh, guys.
You fell straight into it.
Yeah. Hey,
We're just talking about masturbating. Sorry. As Reed's girlfriend walks into the room. We're just talking about masturbating. It's not a big deal. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's
Sean,
fine.
you
It's
coming to
fine.
Reno or what? Oh, I don't know, dude, because I had to call
What's
out
in
twice.
Reno?
I was going to text you privately. Nothing. Don't worry about it. It's between me and Eddie. But yeah, I was
I
going
wanna
to
go to
go.
Reno.
I don't know, dude, if I'm going to be able to get the days off. To be honest, I was going to text you because I had to call out on Thursday and Friday this week, and that's what I was going to do next week. So I might not be able to come over, dude.
That makes me depressed. Okay, I'm alright.
And because I'm taking off like half of this next week after my birthday.
what are you
Wait.
doing for your birthday, by the way?
Yeah,
We didn't
let's
get
talk
that.
more about that.
So on my birthday, I'm having some homemade chicken piccata from me mama.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Fucking my fave. Well,
Miss those.
one of my faves. Chicken is never gonna be my faves, but steak Diane is my favorite. But anyway, chicken piccata, and my brother and my nieces are probably gonna come over. But then
Fun.
on Saturday, I'm having like a little family get together,
Yeah.
Cool.
little family thing, and then I'm going to Frisco.
Nice. That'll be dope. What are you doing in Frisco?
We're going to Club Tempo. My friend's DJ.
Oh, what? Oh,
That's wild.
Fucker, did you ask the question? Did he ask the question?
Nope, I didn't. Angie, tell him no.
Did he ask you a question?
Tell him no.
This is a
Angie.
good opportunity,
Oh,
Sean. How about
wait
you
a
go
minute, wait a
ask
minute.
the fucking question that you said you would
'Cause
ask?
there's too many people in the car for you to come.
I could take my own car. I have a
Hey,
car,
Sean, we have
Problem
different
solved.
cars, Sean.
There's actually multiple cars in California.
Sean, we have so many cars,
Angie.
Sean. Why can't we come,
Oh,
Sean?
God, Angie, I was gonna tell you.
Why can't I bring +5, Sean?
I was gonna
Sean,
tell you.
you
Angie,
didn't ask her.
Ask you
I was
what?
going to give you the goods if you asked, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm
Oh
going to
yeah,
ask her today."
this guy
I
is
know
This
gonna.
you
was
weren't.
5 days ago.
Sean,
5 days
Sean,
ago.
I'm
He
just
said
gonna
he was
use my
ask you this
friendship.
question.
I'm just gonna bait you with my friendship, Sean. I am not gonna give you illicit
wants-
substances, Sean.
he wants to come to San Francisco with us. I told him, it's you gotta have that right. You gotta have the privilege.
No, he didn't say that. I'll show you the text messages.
Yeah, I didn't get one. I'll
Well,
show you mine.
Okay, he
it
told
doesn't
me-
exist.
He told me he was gonna give me some cocaine. I told him, if you give me
There you
cocaine,
go.
I'll ask. But
There
I
you
never
go.
was gonna
There you
ask.
go.
He's being facetious.
just wanted the
He's being-
cocaine.
he's
I wasn't gonna
he's
give it
not-
to you
he's
unless
not
I got
gonna
Exactly.
do
I
it.
knew you were
clearly-
never gonna give it to me, so I was
know.
just going along with you. You idiot.
And I actually, now that I've asked the question, I don't even think I need to give it to you.
Well,
now.
no, now you're not invited.
I'm joking.
So-
I'm joking. You're gonna have
Hey,
lots of it.
I'm coming instead.
gonna
I'm
put
coming
it-
instead.
I'm gonna
I'm
put it-
filling in. It's okay.
Look, anyways, I'm going to a club. My friend's bringing me. Okay, we're going
Wait,
to hang out.
do you guys go to the club? We're gonna IRL it.
No,
I will put it in pillowcases for you.
the car is full. There's already like 6 people
I
going.
have my own car.
Well, then you could go. You're more
gonna
than
be
welcome to go to
open.
Temple, San Francisco.
Well,
okay?
how much of a difference is the VIP to like just the
I
standard?
don't even know if it's gonna be VIP, dude. We're
You're
just
just gonna be in
chilling.
regular-
Wait, Angie, just answer. Like, is like VIP
I don't think
like a
there
separate
is.
room?
I don't think there is a VIP. I just think
Maybe I just imagine a big dude with
just-
with a velvet belt, that he unclips, and you walk
Yeah,
up,
no,
and there's
that-
a couch with a bottle
Well,
of
there's gonna be-
champagne
there's
in
gonna be-
ice.
That's what I mean. Like
There is going to be a bunch of civilians
Over by
and
the
a bunch
DJ.
of. There's going to be a bunch of peasants lined up.
She doesn't even know what club.
I
it
know
is.
the club. I know the club we're going to.
Because-
there's going to be a bunch of peasants lined up waiting to get in, and yeah, we will be able to walk right past them and get in. I
well,
will.
that's not my concern. Like my only concern is like if I do go.
Oh,
are you
okay.
guys,
So I guess
like-
we are going to have bottles. I didn't know that.
Are you guys in a separate booth that I can't go into? That's my
we
question.
might be.
because I can get a standard ticket.
I don't
what's
know.
up
I
with
think.
that.
I don't know. I've never been here.
Well, Angie, if I go, would I be able to hang out with y'all, or I don't know? It's up to you.
This fool really wants to just go to the club, Angie, to
Pooped out
Frisco
the
with,
pee
well,
without us.
well, because you rarely go out.
Yeah, I
you
really do.
don't.
I rarely do
like,
go out, but-
That would be dope to go out with you.
I'm sure if you came to the club, yeah. I mean, come on. You don't think I'm gonna hang out with you? You think I'm gonna just stay in the fucking? I'm gonna stay in that separate area. Like, sorry, dude. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. I'm with these people tonight. You're on your
I'm just gonna
own.
be like looking at you from the dance floor, and I'm just gonna see you guys pointing at me. I'll
Yeah.
be like, oh fuck.
Hey, bro, it's good to see you, man.
I came all the way out here. This guy's not even saying I. No,
I
dude.
gotta get bottle service. So I'll see you later, Jonathan.
Of course, if you go all the way out there and you get in, I will come and spend some.
Actually,
I'm
this
gonna
is
hang
weird.
with
This
you.
is like that psychology where you want what you can't have because now that it's attainable, I.
So now you don't want to go?
I'm joking. I
Dude.
do want to go because this dude rarely
mean.
goes out.
I know. I
Like,
really don't.
I
I'm
think the
old.
last
I'm
time
about
I
to be
went out
30,
with
dude.
Sean-
I don't go
Boom,
out.
boom,
Like
boom. Okay.
it's usually a VIP
When
area.
was the last time we went out? It was how long? It was like years ago.
It usually is a VIP area, and I'm sure that you could get in. Yeah, you can get in.
Oh,
It
it's
just-
when we left you in the gutter.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why I don't
He
go
got
out with
left
you
in the
idiots
gutter?
Yeah.
anymore, dude.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
a bad-
he got kicked out of the club, and then he just fell asleep in the gutter, and we couldn't
No, I
find
did
him.
not, dude. I told
Did
him
you get really
I
drunk?
literally waited in front of the club. Like you walk out of the door. Here's the door, right? You walk out, and here's the street. I sat right here.
You're just
But
setting-
let's start with the Genesis. This guy had to throw up. Now, most people do have to throw up when you get a bottle service at VIP, right? I think
Yeah,
it was for like
that's a
Eddie's,
lot.
it was for Eddie's graduation, right?
Okay.
This guy decides to throw up in the most fucking not. He doesn't even go to a corner. He throws up in the fucking fireplace. The most obvious, the place that's illuminating.
I
light.
was peeing in the corner, and I used a pillow to block it on the.
Wait, you peed in the
you
corner?
I mean, I puked. I puked in the corner.
I like how you said that defense.
Oh,
I
is that
did
the
pee
mix?
in the
Oh, that makes
corner.
sense. That's funny as fuck, dude.
Yeah, it was Eddie's graduation
Like
party.
you really couldn't make it to the bathroom. You
Dude,
had to puke in
I
the
was
fireplace.
drinking red wine at the house, and I go out there, and then you guys had a bottle of vodka, so I took like 3 or 4 shots of vodka, and I was smoking hella cigarettes, and just it hit me, dude. I wasn't eating.
And
or
you just
nothing.
got really nauseous.
Yeah, and I just got dizzy and everything. So then I started throwing up in the corner, like on the ground. And then the security guard took me out, and I see Bruce, and I'm like, as I'm getting dragged out, I realize I don't have my phone. I can't call you. I was like, just find me. I'll wait right out front. And I
I
did.
didn't hear that.
And
No,
the
because
the security guard was like, dude, you're gonna get arrested, blah blah blah. And
Public intoxication.
luckily, this dude that I met like for 5 minutes earlier that night, like literally not even 5
Yeah.
minutes, like a minute earlier, because he was leaving as we showed up,
Right.
or as I showed up, and he saw me. He was like, "Hey, bro," like tapped me on my shoulder, and I looked up, and he said, "Where's your friends?" And I said, "Help me." That's literally the only thing I said, bro. Was help me,
Help
because
me.
I knew I was gonna go to jail, like if a cop, because I could not get myself up to walk. You know what I mean?
You
And
just
I
that
would
out
have
of
just
it.
waited, dude, because I was so fucked up. I would have just passed out. And this dude fucking said, "Where's your car?" And I was like, "Just take me to my car, man." And I barely knew where my car was. He dragged me through hella alleys and shit. And he's like, "I don't like this." And I was like, "Don't
hella
worry
creepy,
about it,
bro.
I was like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine, man." And I slept in the back of my car. It was like the worst, one of the worst
Damn.
experiences.
I wonder if he picked you up before
No,
we
it
came
wasn't.
out.
I was out there for a while,
a while.
like an hour.
Oh no shit.
Well, no, because we were it was the beginning part of us at the club that you got kicked out. Because I remember I was having a hell of a good time. Then I didn't see you for a while, and I asked, and they were like, "Yeah, you got kicked out." So I figured you just went to your car, and we stayed there basically until the end. And then when we got out,
Should have called though.
we
We
were
should have
hang-
like that. Should have been like a big like if it was my friend. Who
I
just
did call.
Turned up missing,
I did call, and you weren't answering.
He's just a bad friend.
No, you weren't answering the phone, and I didn't see you anywhere.
Which
So
is-
Well,
I
you
thought
didn't have your
just went
phone.
home.
He didn't
Yeah.
get the
I know,
initial
but I
message.
didn't know
the
that
message.
side.
It was in
Don't
Eddie's
allow me- I
girlfriend's
didn't know that.
purse. Thank God.
Oh,
Eddie's
it was-
girlfriend
really?
found it because it was on the
Nice.
couch where I was throwing up,
Shit.
and she picked it up, put it in her purse, and I got it like the next day.
Yeah,
But-
so we haven't hung out in a while.
So yeah, that was that. But damn, you're pretty fucked up,
We'll redeem ourselves in San Francisco, huh?
dude.
If we let you come in, then security might let you come in if there's room. But we are gonna have a big
Dude,
party.
have-
That's
so-
all I'm saying. There's gonna be a bunch.
Hey,
a lot of people.
Have y'all? Let me ask you this: have y'all ever been to an unlimited bar? birthday party before?
Open bar.
Yeah.
I've been to an open bar wedding, not a birthday party, because I don't know rich white
So
people.
when I was in 2015, when I was in Chicago, when I was working there, with my brother, he had his birthday at this place in Chicago. It was an open bar. You paid $30 and you got a wrist bracelet. You could basically drink whatever you want. So I was just drinking basically Makers on ice the whole night, and I
hate that.
I drank so much. That was the night that I got so drunk that I was like trying to wander home, and I passed out on the front lawn, like grass area of a hospital area. Like,
You're kidding.
there's a hospital, right? And I fell asleep about 6 a.m. and I woke up at 9:30 or 10 a.m. just like passed out under a tree, and I just walked home. It was crazy as shit, and it was over by the Puerto Rican district in Chicago, because
Oh my God.
down the way is huge Puerto Rican flag in like most of the neighborhood, because my brother lived in the Ukrainian village, which was like hella further east from that point. But that I've never been that drunk since. But that was. If you ever go to Chicago, it knocks you in the face because everything is open 24/7. Always.
Yeah,
You can drink
yeah.
always.
Yeah.
Always. It's hella expensive, but like you're just out all night.
Yeah.
So like that open bar, I was drinking.
Right. Well, I mean, I had a similar. By the way, I appreciate the answer, Angie. I'll think about. I may just go to go. What was it? It was like a year and a half ago. I was in Sacramento. This is another passed out drunk story, and Taylor and Rob, one of our Sacramento friends, we were at the gay district. Went until 2 a.m.
Of course you were.
That's when they closed it down.
Dude, they
yeah,
got
of course
good drinks
that was.
over
They
there.
got good drinks, hella
They
cheap
got
too.
some
Whiskey.
good bars, actually.
They
do.
There's a lot of good bars in the gay
And so,
district in Sacramento.
2 a.m. Everything's closed down, and so we're like, "Fuck," we're still a turn, so we still want to do like some shit, keep it going. In Sacramento Midtown, there's like Victorian House, like bar, Victorian House bar. It's very like New Orleans esque, and there was this party in one of these Victorian houses on the second floor, and we can hear like a live band in there and everything. And so I was like, and we were kind of passing it by. It was on our right side. And I was
That's
like,
badass.
fuck, dude, we need to get up there. And then Taylor was like, how the fuck do we get up there? I was just like, let's just say we know Stephanie. He was like, what? I was like, we'll just go up there. And if they ask us, we'll be like, yeah, we know Stephanie. And we'll just walk in. Just be very confident that we know Stephanie. And so we're talking about this Stephanie chick, and then we walk up the stairs, because like there's a house on the second and first level, and so we walk up the stairs, we go in, we just open the front door,
Oh wow.
and we go in the kitchen immediately. We open up the fridge, we grab 3 beers, and we start drinking the beers, and then so we're drinking and we're talking, like some people are kind of like talking to us, and then this dude comes in, and he's like, "Hey, who do you guys know?" And Rob was like, "Oh, Stephanie," and he was like, "Stephanie." And he was like, "Yep, Stephanie." And the dude was like, "You guys don't know anyone here, do you?" And we were
That's
like,
awesome.
"Nah, man, but like, we just wanted to keep the night going. We got beers at our spot. We can bring them over here." And he was like, "Yeah, no, I mean that's cool. You guys can hang out with us, but when you guys were talking about your Stephanie plan, it was right beneath the patio. So like half the party, you guys talking about Stephanie."
That's fantastic.
Idiot,
That's
dude.
fantastic.
Fucking idiot.
That's epic.
Anyway, so I left the long short. I left the party hella drunk, and then I slept beneath the tree. And then Taylor and Rob had to spend like 30 minutes looking for me. But yeah, it was the dumbest drunk planning.
That's really
I've ever
hilarious.
done.
And then you woke up the next day and you were fine.
Perfect.
I fucking hate you.
No, it
Christ.
actually really hurt. And we went to this shitty ass Mexican restaurant to cure the hangover, and it was
It's not
fucking
not good.
$50 for shit.
Oh really?
I hate when like Mexican restaurants like try to be like a fancy style Mexican restaurant. Like the best Mexican restaurants are holes in the wall. The taco trucks
The
you can barely
fancier, the
Yes.
find.
fancier
Yes.
the. But
I
I will
don't
say,
like-
It's terrible when it's
In
I
fancy.
don't
Roseville-
like restaurants half
in
the time.
Roseville,
They're
there-
bland.
there is a
Yeah.
nice. There's one that's hella nice, and it actually is good. I will say that. I'll
I mean,
give
it
them
happens sometimes. Like it's done right sometimes, but anytime it becomes like corporate, I
that.
think
Oh,
that's
it's
when it
bad.
turns shit.
Yeah. It is bad.
Yes, because the ingredients in the sort of recipes become monotonous and sort of just plain, and they do it in
Yeah.
the cheapest way possible.
They start
So that's
Costco
why,
into
like,
shit.
yeah, exactly. At these food trucks, you get like I don't know, like sometimes they make their own tortillas, they make their own, they do something.
If you have a
special or
place that
something
has
different,
like mole, chicken mole or mole at all times,
they
it's
make
bad.
their
Yeah.
own flavor.
It's
too.
bad though. Like if somebody has mole like every once in a while, and you have to call and be like, "Do you have it?" And they're like, "Oh, we got it." Then it's bomb.
Yeah.
And that's like the place I'm talking about too. Is one of those places.
There's a
Like,
spot
right.
in Stockton. Shit, I can't remember the name of it, but Don Louis. It's
on the
it has a
99.
grandma in the fucking back that just like makes the tortillas. She makes the corn tortillas, the flour tortillas. She makes the tortilla chips. Like everything is like made in the
not
back
that
by
far away
like the
from here.
cousins, the aunts, the grandmas. Like it's so fucking legit. Like that is Mexican cuisine
Yeah.
right there. That shit's a fucking dream in your mouth, and you'll be sleeping and just thinking about that shit.
Okay, that sounds like a good experience.
And then you shit it out, and it's kind of.
I really kind of want to go there now.
All right. Well,
Yeah, well, how about you go to fucking
I've
In
been
and
there
Out
before.
and be like, "Can I get some cheese and bread?
Excuse
Would
me,
you like
sir.
Can I
Could
get
you
some
give me some
tortilla
cheese
chips
and
and
bread?
fucking cabbage? Cause I'm a vegan."
Excuse me, sir. Could you give me a little...
did a cow look at somebody while she was sad while you made this bread? Because if so, I don't want to eat it.
Was a cow sad?
Excuse me.
Is there a fish? Do you have any pet fish in your house while you make these tortillas? Because if so, I don't want to eat it. Because I only like animals.
I don't really like animals. I don't like that.
I know that we're supposed to eat the meat, but no, I want to eat the veggies only. I want to be like one of those dinosaurs with the long neck.
Okay, actually, I want to ask this question. So, you have a problem with eating meat, right? Because like it has pain. It's a life thing, right? And we torment it. We treat it badly.
Uh-huh.
So a new study came out, and it's peer reviewed. It's been
The
verified.
plant stupid
The
thing.
plants fucking scream. They're screaming. They are fucking screaming
Limited.
in agony and
Limited.
pain. And you put
Limited
limited research.
There's-
This is
no.
what people said. This is what people said that animals didn't want to be eaten. They said limited research. Limited research. We don't know that. Oh, if you ever talk to a fucking cow, you don't think it likes being fucking burnt. Limited
Yeah,
research.
you're
bitch.
right. You're absolutely right. You're
right.
absolutely
Yeah,
right.
yeah. 50 years from now, we're gonna know
Yeah,
broccoli.
but
Broccoli's
at the
gonna be
s-
talking to
at the
us 50
same
years from now.
Okay,
And then we're gonna go back to you like
There's no
limited
way.
research. Limited research.
There is absolutely no way that would ever happen. And even if it's so, that it's a trade-off game. Sure, there's still, even if that argument were to be true, even if that were to be exist,
Okay, let's
it
say
is
it's true.
significantly less impactful
Sounding
than
like the
others.
Nazis. You know what I mean?
Even
Sounding like the
so,
Nazis
to
over
say
here.
to say
Determining what life is good.
I
and
got
not.
these. I got a cornfield concentration camp over
Mr.
here.
fucking
I'm just
eugenics over
taking them.
here.
I'm taking the corn, right? I'm taking it out of the husk,
Just to-
and I'm just like, give me that corn, and I'm eating it.
but here's the truth.
And I'm eating the corn, and they're
Is-
just like, don't eat me,
By eating
and they eat it, and then we feed it to the animals. We feed it to the fucking pigs.
So that's what goes through your mind.
I'm just saying
That's
that
animal farm
if
for you.
veggies, I'm just saying if you're gonna only eat veggies because you're worried about the health of animals, that's not gonna solve the problem. You know, there's alternatives like there's a lot of safe eating like where these pigs are super happy before they put a bullet in their heads.
There is.
They don't even use bullets.
No, they
Half
use
the
the
time,
fucking
they don't
air
even do
things.
anything. Yeah, and they don't work.
Yeah,
They do work.
No, they
But-
don't.
Have you ever
Oh
chopped off the
my
head of a
God.
pig and it
Why it
not
doesn't
worked?
work? Because you've seen some vegan
It's not
supported video.
calibrated. No, you know who it is that's doing all of this? It's immigrant workers who work.
No, but he's not
at
talking about
cra-
those type of farms. He's
Yeah, I'm
talking about the
talking
type
about-
of farms that do it right.
If you,
You-
really
okay,
like,
okay.
if you really cared
So-
about animals, but you weren't like trying to become like some kind of something that you're not, because you're a carnivore, whether you admit that or not, you are a carnivore. But if you're gonna pretend that you're not, then I'm just saying like there's other alternatives.
So what's
to
so
that.
your argument is there's alternatives to big farms? and
Yes.
bigger. Okay, so you know that big farms represent like basically 97% of all mass-produced
Yeah.
meat products.
And
yeah, but that leaves 10% of the market.
Okay,
They can buy
so
from.
so you're just saying if I go to an exclusive
but
butcher
you live
who
in an
gets
area.
a farm,
You live in an area where you could
then it's
easily get free ranged meat, like happy, whatever the fuck
Like
you want to
good
call
meat.
it, that
Happy
makes
meat.
yourself sleep better at night. Meat that is like, what's the word I'm looking for?
grazed.
Eddie says
Free
population
range.
control is important, though.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, but also the
that's
population.
not that what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
and
necessarily,
they're
Eddie.
like creating. Yeah,
We're not
that's-
talking about Malthus, Malthusianism. That's fucking Thanos politic.
No, he's talking about those type of islands where like there's like 4,000 deer and like 600 people. There's a few of those type of islands. In that case, yeah, that's
Population
true.
control. Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
deer hunting.
But I mean, the amount of chickens they're making because of like that's different. It's because they're making like retarded chickens.
I don't. So it's
They're making specifically retarded.
the biggest thing is like just
They're
the
so
big,
stupid they don't know they're
They
being
taste
killed.
better. The retarded ones make the good Carl's Jr. stars.
That's why they say ignorance is bliss.
Oh my god. But yeah, no, your argument is pretty consistent to a certain extent in terms of like, you know, some people who are less hardcore, right? You know, a lot of people would do that. You know, there's a lot of stories of that about going to more local stuff. And that's definitely a lot better. Definitely better. The beef industry has been the one that has made some of the better advancements towards being a little bit more ethical versus like the poultry industry. Actually, you know who the worst culprit and the worst farming practices are? The fish industry. Hands down is the worst ethically for the animal
Also,
and suffering wise.
there's
So
a-
seafood is the worst.
There's also in this state that we live in, California, a lot of stuff going on with veggies.
With migrant workers and
Yeah,
stuff like
okay,
that.
that you eat, and that the cartels are stealing like fucking loads of trucks of veggies, and then they're being sold and like killing the families and shit. Okay, so
Wait, we did a lot in that one
Wait,
sentence.
I'm going pee now. I'm going pee now.
This is what I imagine. Cartels are stealing fucking broccoli, killing families.
Would you give me a beer?
Like, this is, hey, can you give me a beer? Can you give me a beer?
Yeah. You can have one of mine, Sean.
Okay, there's only 2 left, so we're gonna have to split it.
No.
You only have 2 left because he took one of my beers.
What about the bud?
Well, you stole one of my beers. I'm out of beer at this fucking
Just go
table.
get some beers and just bring them in here.
Anyways, all I imagined is a fucking cartel stealing a bunch of broccoli and then killing families
like, hey,
over this broccoli.
They took away marijuana. It's legal now. We have to
What
use
the
broccoli.
What kind of bomb did he just drop?
Yeah, dude.
I like how he said it so matter of factly. Like, actually, he's read a news article that this cartel is stealing vegetables and killing families for these vegetables.
Yeah, no, it's really funny. But I mean, what I've read and like my experience in some of most of this is that like veganism is a very elitist thing. It's a very sort of elitist thinking thing.
Well,
A
it totally
very,
is.
like sort of I would say left oriented sort of thing.
It's
Because
super conducive to that mentality that like I
Sure-
know better than you.
Yeah. Yeah, it leads to this sort of preachy mentality where you get on your pedestal and do all this. If you look at culturally speaking, it doesn't happen often. In a lot of different cultures, there's a little bit more like intake of veggies and stuff and less like animal protein and things like
Yeah.
that, like in these Asian countries. But like, sure, there are some of those correlations, but at the same time, it's also been disproven. You know, it's also random. You know, you could have a healthy person who succumbs to like a disease, a rare autoimmune disease, something, or
It's genetic
cancer or
based.
something.
I mean, like,
there's
that's
so
the
many
thing. Is
factors
it-
that there's no silver bullet yet.
There
We
isn't.
aren't that technologically advanced.
There isn't. I mean, the silver bullet is most likely just going to be
Like,
cures.
Sure, you
That-
can
I mean, that's
you
the
can be
silver
as
bullet.
proactive as you want, but at the end of the day,
But that's what I mean.
you
Is
can't
the silver
ultimately
bullet?
stop a lot of this stuff.
The silver bullet isn't any like plan that's proactive. Like, there's things obviously to be conducive to, there's things that you can do to make sure that like you're healthier. But as far as like a silver bullet, like if you don't eat chicken, you don't get cancer. Like for a certain genetic code that can be true, but for another genetic code in another human, that can just be irrelevant to the question of cancer.
Yeah,
right?
or just physical exposure to things. You could live next
Yeah.
to like radioactive waste, or you could live next
Well,
to
no,
like
yeah, that's true.
a Smithfield pig farm and get these diseases.
Is there only
and
one
stuff.
left?
Sean, is there only one? Yeah. Is there another bud? This is
Damn
it?
That's it. Yep, pass it.
Here, let me see the cup.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, there we go. All right.
Yeah, very
but
communist in
actually,
this room.
Something to look out for, though, on this debate is the Joe Rogan experience. He just went to Twitter on the 18th of this month and apologized. He didn't really apologize, but he was acknowledging fans who said, I feel like a lot of your guests on your podcast, I already agree with you. It goes in and out. It's fine.
Yeah, they can't hear it,
He said that I hear you, I acknowledge you. And so he's actually going to have a dietitian expert debate with a vegan expert on an upcoming show.
I'm
Pretty soon.
surprised he hasn't yet. Knowing Joe Rogan,
I am
Here, hold
too,
on.
actually.
I just don't think he's thought about it because it's such a ridiculous thing for someone to be a vegan.
Well, it's extreme. It's the extreme of one debate, and so I
I
think
get it
that,
for religious reasons. It makes sense to me, but otherwise it doesn't for some reason.
well, religious. What religion's against dairy?
A lot of religions are against pork and
Well, pork, I know.
or catfish and shrimp.
I'm talking about dairy though, because vegan.
I
takes it
wasn't
to
here.
dairy.
I was out there getting beers.
Well, that's what vegan is. Vegan is dairy and meat.
Okay, but I said religions.
Yeah, but you said
Yeah, this book.
what book? Oh, the China study. Yeah. Yeah, the China study basically showed that people who were
It's
eating
pretty
like meats and dairies had exuberantly increased the amounts of cancer. Like, it was ridiculous. He basically just compared a bunch of countries that had
The
higher.
Philippines was the biggest one because
Yeah.
in the 90s they brought in a bunch of protein. So on all the poor regions of the Philippines, they did a study and they brought in a bunch of animal protein and fed them with all of this to compare it with the regular population or the poorer populations. And the ones that consume more animal protein were like got more diseases and died earlier.
Yeah, so there's definitely rough correlations. There's also correlations that
And this is the biggest dietary study ever performed ever.
My last two girlfriends were
This was over like
vegetarians,
this started in the early 60s.
and it was horrible.
yeah.
Well, actually,
what?
I will say the one
They
girl.
were vegetarians?
Yeah, so the one girl
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I dated, the Muslim girl, she wasn't so bad actually. She was cool with me eating. Actually, they're both completely okay with me eating
Okay,
meat.
so why are we talking about this?
But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is,
Points.
I tried to eat their food, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's never really that good. Like for what they're doing, like I'm
All
like,
the
okay,
stuff
that's-
that they lie to you.
all the preparation,
oh,
all the
this
cooking.
is like eating a steak. No, it ain't.
No, it's not like eating a steak. It's like fucking.
Nothing's like eating a steak, dude. The blood, the fat. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It
Nothing
good,
is.
no.
But portobello mushrooms,
Like-
I can fuck with
God,
portobello
you know
mushrooms
what?
all day.
Nothing can top. If I went, if I ever did veganism, and then when I did veganism, I did it for like 4 weeks. I only lasted right. But if I ever did it again, the only reason I would always stop is because I just need to remember one thing:
What?
a 12-hour smoked rib. If you've ever had a 12-hour smoked fucking rib, there's no way you are ever being vegan the rest of your life.
And that's like my
Or
least
vegetarian.
favorite. I won't even pick that.
Or like
Oof.
burnt
Like I'll pick a
ends,
fucking
or like
8-minute
pulled
cooked
pork, or
steak
like a
over a
fucking-
12-minute.
or just a
Oh,
pork
no, I
chop.
don't know about that.
Oh, I would.
A nicely
That's a
cooked
bad
pork
opinion.
chop.
Oh, I
like
would.
I haven't had
No,
one
it
of
ain't.
those in a
No,
long
it
That's a bad
time.
opinion.
No,
Or-
it ain't.
or-
That's not a bad
or
opinion.
you
There's
know
no
what
such
else
thing
is-
as a bad
That's
opinion.
Hey, you know what
I
else
just
is good?
said that's a bad opinion.
You
That
know what
makes it
else
a
is
bad
good?
opinion.
Egg,
My
steak, and
dad smoked ribs, and
in the
everybody
morning-
else loved his ribs. Everyone loved my dad's ribs. He smoked ribs for all day, like you're talking about, 8 hours, and they were good. I wasn't gonna lie, they were good. They were delicious, and they fell
Did
off.
you do it in a correct smoker?
They
and
fell off
everything?
of the bone. Yeah,
Proper smoker and everything. It fell
don't-
off the bone.
don't question my fucking
Good
dad
sauce.
smoking.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
it was
making
a
sure
dry
it's
rub.
just
It was a
legit.
dry rub.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, it's a dry rub.
Yeah,
It was
dry
so
rub.
moist, it fell off the fucking bone. Okay, don't question my dad's ribs.
I'm
Ever
not
again.
questioning. I just
I'm
wanna
questioning
input.
why you're saying an 8-minute steak is better
I'm just
than
saying,
that.
Hey,
Because I'm saying
breakfast.
personally, even though that is so good, I still like
You know,
a 8-minute prepped beef steak over those ribs.
yeah. Okay, so get this:
And I'd
steak
be
and eggs in the morning.
I fucks with that.
potatoes.
Yes, I fucks with steak. I don't even like
Ceviche
Country
on the
fried
on the
steak?
side.
Country fried
Ooh,
steak and
country
eggs.
fried steak and
Yeah,
eggs
but
as well.
even-
fucking gravy on top.
It's the
Yeah.
alternative
but I'm
iteration
talking,
of steak
okay,
and eggs.
Country fried steaks is completely
Maybe with
yeah.
eggs Benedict on the side.
Country-
Maybe with crabs, eggs Benedict on
Country
the side.
fried steak is completely
Crabs
different
Benedict.
than a steak. and
No, I know
eggs.
it is.
No,
I like
it is. It's an alternative.
You get yourself
choice.
a steak and eggs
Well,
with
yeah.
a fucking
more
an
soulful.
egg with a sunny side up egg. Does that have runny yolk in it?
Yep,
Because-
Yeah,
yep,
yeah, yeah,
sunny
yeah,
side
yeah.
up.
Oh, and then
Or
then
over
some
easy.
toast or no the hash browns because I like O'Brien hash browns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know
You
what
know
you're
what I
talking
mean?
about, like a more of a scramble
They're,
sort of thing.
they're square and they have the bell
Yep.
peppers and the onions
Yep,
and you put
yep.
some fucking garlic salt on those bitches and you let those cook. Like, oh my god, those are, I don't
Roast
like.
them, roast
I don't
them
like
up.
the regular old hash browns. I like the
The
O'Brien.
shredded
I
ones.
love any type of hash browns. I'm not.
I do
I
like
am.
the
I
like
am.
the
I am.
mash sort of
Because
the-
most places you go
less
to, you don't
shredded.
get O'Brien. You don't get O'Brien everywhere.
No, you don't.
Well, in most places.
Hey, you know what I was thinking of though? Like, so my dad makes a really good eggs Benedict but his hollandaise
The one
sauce.
next door is really good.
He doesn't put
Bear
lemon,
breakfast?
but there's lemon in the sauce. You could taste there's a zestiness in the sauce.
Okay. Yeah,
My
I
dad-
always put lemon in
My
mine
dad
when I
skips.
made it.
My dad skips the hollandaise sauce because that's like in the recipe. He doesn't put that in the hollandaise sauce, and it makes it's 100 times better.
Wait, he
It's
doesn't make
savory.
hollandaise?
No, he does, but
he doesn't put lemon.
No. And
It
it's
adds
so,
acidity. Like
no.
I, it's
you
it's-
need.
you
I'm
need
tell-
it.
No, you haven't tried it without it though. I've tried both, so I'm the only
I
one.
used to love making
I'm
holidays.
technically the only one who here can talk about it.
Holidays from scratch is really good.
Yeah, and he does make the hollandaise from scratch, but he doesn't add
'Cause
the
you have
lemon.
to whip it so it doesn't cook.
Yeah, but
So
he
it
doesn't
stays
add the
creamy.
lemon to it. Yeah. Okay, I was blessed.
I'm gonna
I
say
was blessed.
I like lemon camp.
I'm gonna say this
so
right now. I was blessed
you
with
need the
two
acidic.
fucking parents that were really good at cooking.
Okay.
Really good,
That's-
like blessed at cooking. Both
You
of
are
them.
blessed because I did not.
No,
have that.
like
my
they-
mom was always a good baker. She
both
was,
of
like,
my
make
no,
hella
my
good bread
like
and
my
shit.
mom was like an expert in baking, but was good at cooking dinners, and my dad was good because my dad is a big man. He's an offensive lineman, so he became good at cooking over time because he cooked shit that he likes. So shit that he likes would be meat. Like he cooked more like.
I had this.
Right.
I had this one
Brisket.
experience.
But
with
my
my
mom
dad.
cooked
ribs.
like these special steak Diane and those chicken Madeira
Right.
and all these Portuguese
This
dishes
nice
that are bomb
dinner,
as fuck.
like, yeah.
But
yeah.
both of them were so good at cooking, dude. I didn't realize this till you get older and you eat your other friends' food and they're always talking about how good
And
they're,
you
and so
start
you're
judging it.
excited
Yeah.
because you're like, my parents' food is good. This has got to be good. And then you go there and you're like, nigga, what the? Oh,
Whoa, that's a lot.
Market.
Yeah.
But no, dude, my dad, I had this one experience with him when I was like 11 years old. He never cooked. Right? My mom was always the cook. And even my siblings, when they were like 15 and 16, would cook fucking dinners before my dad cooked, right?
that's bad.
So one day he gets out the wok, right? And I come into the kitchen, I'm like 10 years old, and I see him opening up Top Ramen bags. And I literally said this to him. And I was like, oh, so you finally cooked, but you need Top Ramen, huh? And he's like, get out of the kitchen. Get out of the kitchen. I need Top Ramen for it. Got hella defensive. I was like, damn.
That's why.
someone's
So you get your
insecure.
skills from your dad, dude. Your cooking
Yeah, I know.
skills.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll cook up some mean, like poor shit.
Yeah, I know.
Because like we were gonna have this.
I'm
store.
hella good at scrounging.
You are. I'll give you that.
Oh,
You are
just
really good.
Going into the cupboard and just making something.
Yeah, and that's what we were gonna make a show off of back in the day.
Yeah,
Like
Oh, really?
Because
we were gonna
me
call
and
it-
him would do these like green bean casserole type things out of nothing. Nothing. We would just figure out a way to do it, and we would bake it.
basically what his place looks like now. When I lived in Elk Grove,
Yeah.
is what it looked like. Even with Cat.
Yeah. Well, Cat has condiments for everything, but never has food for the condiments.
Cat literally is like one of those people who's like.
Just sauce,
Who's
sauce,
like,
sauce.
let's get some soy sauce and some ketchup and some hot sauce, and then it's like, what are you gonna put this on? What leftovers
a
from
sandwich.
restaurants.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. Like, buy some fucking frozen hot dogs or something, dude.
Yeah.
Like, cat, please buy some food, dude.
just sauce. Let's just get some peanut butter. Let's get some jelly.
You're old.
No bread.
I know you like. She still
What
eats.
goes with peanut butter jelly? I
You know
can't
what the
remember.
problem is?
Honestly, I can't remember. Is it
cat bread? No, cat.
bread.
Cat still eats like she's a fucking college student, like a
Okay.
starving college student. Like,
well, because they can afford to go out all the time.
That's what
the
it
thing.
is,
Like,
yeah.
like all their condiments
Yeah.
are basically for
would
leftover
do
food.
that.
leftover food. Yeah, like, hey, whatever I got from.
I mean,
this
when you
fest,
live
yeah.
above a restaurant, you tend to eat.
Well,
at
Like
that
today, I was at
Yeah,
their
yeah.
house, and I was like, Alex, I know, sorry, it's a tacky question, but like, what do you guys got to eat? You know, because I don't want to spend the money. And he was like, tortillas and cheese. I opened up the fridge. The fridge is fucking full as shit, and truly, the only thing in it was
I
tortillas
hate
and
that.
cheese.
You know,
Really?
that's how
I
it is
had-
right now where I live.
yeah, it's
I
crazy.
fucking hate it.
Yeah.
When you have to spend 5 minutes to realize there's nothing in the fridge.
Yeah, my fridge is just always
Yeah.
empty as shit.
Well, yours is honest. I like your fridge because it's an honest fridge. If there's something in it, great. There's food in it.
We
but
definitely
if there's-
use it.
You
in
know
like,
what? It's an honest fridge. I appreciate
yeah,
an
it's
honest
never
fridge when I see it.
full.
It's hard to come by, man. It's hard
We
to come
only
by
have
a
ingredients
goddamn.
that we like
There
cook
are
with that
so
evening.
many fucking lying fridges out there.
Yeah.
Deceitful ass fucking fridges.
Oh, we have 2 of them where I live. There's a freezer in the garage that has nothing in it, and then there's that is completely full. But you're like, the fuck am
Yeah.
I gonna do with this like little piece of pork? Like, I don't want to eat like thaw out
Yeah,
this
I know.
pork and then
What,
grill
right,
it.
You're just gonna grill it? Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck. Can I just have like a piece of fucking meat and cheese?
What's better than Top Ramen? I can't see that.
Indomie? But nah, there's another one that I like. It's called like Sapporo. Ramen.
Do we have any viewers right now, or are we just
Yeah.
drabbling about cooking?
No, we do, and they're fucking commenting.
7.
okay.
But no, dude, Sapporo ramen is basically in the same package as Top Ramen,
Different shape.
Right. Yeah.
but it's like $1.18
A little
as
bit-
opposed
okay.
to 35 cents.
We might as well talk about this. Me and Sean were talking about this earlier.
It's bomb. This top ramen is
The
good.
the top ramen chef from Tokyo, he they never expounded outside of Tokyo, and like fucking diplomats, international diplomats come to this fucking restaurant, right? Because he's just world renowned for his ramen. He finally decided that he was going to expand internationally into the U.S. So cities were actually competing for him. I wish I knew the name to make this more accurate of a conversation. What?
Never mind. Forget it.
Okay. Anyways, so he decided to go into Portland out of all the cities in the U.S. So when
Portland.
I go to visit my brother in Portland, we go there. That ramen, boy, I tell you, man, I've had fucking ramen before.
Is that the place that you and Frank tried to go to?
Yeah, but I had to wait. But then by the time we got to the other restaurant, they said we were ready.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, you would have had the best ramen of your life. It's so fucking good. Like they had the perfect eggs
man.
on top, but like there's so there's so much like savory, spicy, sweet flavors all at fucking once in your goddamn mouth. It's like a complex orgasm that you're having with 3 interracial couples at the same time. Couples. They're lesbian couples, anyways.
How long was the wait?
It was like 45 minutes.
It's
But then
45.
by the time we got to the next restaurant, like 20 minutes later, they're like, and you're ready to be seated. Like, God damn it. But dude, when you have like ramen's always good. It doesn't matter. Ramen is always good. But when you have that fucking really good Japanese ramen, holy shit, that shit knocks you on your goddamn feet. It's so fucking good.
Wait, it knocks you on your feet?
It knocks you on your feet because you're in a chair. Are your feet able to get to the floor?
Yeah.
Good.
Remember that thing when we worked at Round Table, and that dude Joe told you, he's like, man, don't you hate when you're taking a shit on the toilet and your dick hits the water? You're like, no, Joe, I don't have that problem. My dick never touches the water. In fact, I kind of gotta like tuck it down there. I gotta like force it
So it doesn't land on the lid.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about does it touch the water? Fuck you. Oh, don't you hate when your dick's so big that the girl says, "Oh, I can't take it."
So, no, I really just get
It
I-
touches the fucking
I actually really
water.
can't take this. I can take everything. Is that wow? That's every. I can take it.
I can take it all.
Seriously, touch the water. Man, it drips inside the water.
I think about that almost every time I take a shit now in a public bathroom. It's like, wow, someone actually has the worry of, oh, this touched the water again.
I have to
goddamn
hold
it."
my dick so it doesn't fall into the water.
How high is the water at your house?
What?
Yeah, it must. Yeah, that's fair. The stool must be like a giant, like 10-gallon fucking thing.
No, I mean, I think his dick was really just that big that
He's
he
just a
had to
big dick.
worry about it touching the water every time.
Where are you from? Lethal migraine? Whoa.
What does he say? We're trying to read your comment, Lethal.
Okay, you know what?
Reed
Forget
is
it.
on fucking coke over here.
No.
I like how you corrected me, like you didn't want to be on recording that you're on coke.
I don't.
But we know you do it.
But we know you do it. Every time you take a bathroom break, we know what goes on in there.
Yeah.
Why do you think you come out with a fucking bloody nose every time?
Guilty.
All right, well, that's our show.
Yeah. We talked about a lot. We talked about dicks hitting water. We talked about why veganism is wrong, morally wrong, and actually more
We
irreprehensible.
talked about video games.
Video
we talked
games.
about
Spider-Man. Oh, by the way, this is the last thing about that Spider-Man thing. I didn't mention this.
Thanks, Fofoya.
Christian asked that Spider-Man writer from
Got it.
the cartoon in the 1990s. He was like, "What about the?"
thought you were gonna keep that beer from me
Yeah.
the whole time.
What about the Miles Morales movie that's about to come out in the alternative
Oh
universe?
yeah, what'd he say?
The writer, that dude, he said it's going to be perfect because everyone who's on staff for writing that movie is the right crew that you want for Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, bro.
it'll be dope. It'll be
I'm
dope.
telling you, man, I'm excited about that movie, man.
Because that guy knows the in and outs of every good Spider-Man writer. So apparently it's just, he's like, it's in the correct hands that you want Spider-Man to be in. So it's going to be a dope movie. Keep looking out for that movie. I think it's going to be awesome.
Kick this fucking asshole out.
Okay, Spider-Man is gay.
Ban him out right now. But while we're on there,
I'll fuck you, boo, you too, no homo.
ban him right now. It's gonna be the first live ban for Favadet. This fucking
What's that song? What's that song?
cock sucking ass piece of shit motherfucker right here has all the nerve to talk all this shit so we can get fucking. Come on, Reed, you fuck, hurry up.
Hey, easy, hold on. You fucked with my. Okay, here we go.
What is he doing, man?
Why is it doing that?
He's asking a question.
Oh my god, he's the worst.
No, my keyboard's fucked up.
Well, this ruins everything. I hope that you guys forget this last little moment that we had on our show.
Here, you keep talking. I'm gonna ban him.
But we're done. We are going to ban that cock sucking ass motherfucker, piece of shit, pussy ass motherfucker tucking out that fucking
I hope
shit.
you enjoyed what we had to offer you this week. Next week, we're going to definitely have a lot of things to talk about, but we are doing next week's show on Monday, not Sunday. So it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to change up the day. That's just for that week. We're going to go back to Sundays.
Next week
after
is
this Monday.
Memorial Day, so we won't be doing it on Sunday. So y'all can stay up late and drink and not have to worry about missing the use, guys. We will
Yep.
be here on Monday,
Yep.
where will be your Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, watch us next Monday, 7 a.m.
Nope. PM.
Oh, yeah, my bad. 7 p.m. Sorry, don't wake up too early. 7
There we go. He
p.m.
got banned.
Oh, you got banned, motherfucker. You
Well,
out.
it's too late to say anything now because he's gone. But yeah, 7 p.m. We'll be here next week, next Monday. So holla at y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for the live viewers that were watching us live. Thank y'all for watching us on YouTube. And we'll be back next
Thanks
week,
for coming by. Yeah.
Monday. Holla.
Peace out, everyone.
This is me eating. I'm eating right